Well, I mean, it says it works. Can someone check if it actually works?
No, I broke the fucking buttons on my thing.
What have you done?
Pick it up, put it down.
I clicked show, and then it broke.
See, this is why we say show, don't tell.
Man. Oh, I see Strikers buttons are also broken.
Oh no. Okay. Up.
Thrack, are you breaking things?
No, I'm fixing them. Also,
Uh-huh.
my Piplup doesn't give any voice.
That's weird.
Probably because you broke it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a noise for some reason. Anyway, hello everyone. Give me a second, I will start the music. Oh, need to go here. Go here. Also, we can hear you breathing into the microphone, my friend. Ah, alright. Can you guys hear the music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
But you call me music.
So, hello everyone. Welcome to our second session of The Chilling Adventure, a Pokerole Mystery Dungeon campaign.
And that's a long title.
It is a long title for the, like, I'm not gonna be like, saying, Pokerole Mystery Dungeon campaign. Well, I'm not gonna be saying that very often. I'm usually just gonna be saying, welcome to Chilling Adventure. So, my wonderful, wonderful players.
Yes.
We are gonna be kickstarting this entire thing with hopefully something that is not gonna be every start of the session, which is gonna be a little bit of fingusa making mistakes, or more like not understanding certain things because the stable is using the old version of Mystery Dungeon and not the new version of Mystery Dungeon.
Oh.
So basically, the new version doesn't use XP. The new core rulebook, right? But we are using, the old version, and we like set up the characters and everything from the old version, right? So thankfully, I've actually sent in the group how XP works. And now I'm going to alt up. We are gonna go to the group, and we are actually going to look at this together.
Oh.
Yay!
All
Great
right.
breeding time.
Alright, so, my wonderful, wonderful players. Ba, 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 ba. So, when you look at that thing, you people on stream, you cannot see this, but there's a couple thingies here. So, basically every single one of you will get at minimum 2 experience at the end of every session.
Okay.
So that's one thing. So if nothing else, every single one of you last time should have gotten 2 XP.
So
Okay.
put it at 2.
Yeah, everyone got 2 XP. Now, there is actually a couple hardships and heroism that happened last session.
Oh.
Yes. So, if I am calculating this correctly on my end, that means that Striker, your
Okay.
Cyndaquil will get another 2 XP.
Oh, so that's a total of 4.
Yep. Oreo,
Yes.
your Nidoran gets another 2 XP.
Oh.
Alright. DJ,
Mhm.
your Riolu gets another 2 XP.
Woo!
And, last but not least, Thrack,
Yes.
you get 4 XP.
Oh!
Mm.
What did I do?
His belly sliding.
No. It's because is because you have done an act of heroism when you jumped into the river to save a certain someone who fell into the river. And you have also finished a difficult task.
Oh.
Alright, so that's the XP.
Huh.
Isn't that Thrack guy just a nice guy?
Oh,
You wouldn't
no.
think so with the way the town talks about him.
Oh, that was
Like-
dark. Give me a second. I'm gonna also do a thingy here.
We're
Reminder.
gonna have to show the rest of the town. Just how good
Reminder
of a person he is.
for Pimp. By the way, am I lagging to anyone?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alright. You get 2 XP for last session. And another 2 XP for last session. There we go. This is information for Pimp when he's here at some point. Cool. There we go. And now we can actually start.
Yay.
So who among you would like to recap what happened last time? The person who will choose to do it and do it properly will get 1 XP.
Mm.
I mean, I guess I can.
Well,
The person would say next week.
DJ was the first.
So, what happened? Well,
I don't know
we
what
all
happened.
got isekai, first of all.
Yep.
We all woke up in different situations. Me waking up in a net in a cave. We had Piplup. I'm pretty sure Piplup was in another cave as well, but
Nope.
could have been surrounded by snow.
Piplup was chilling on like
An iceberg, or wasn't it?
a piece of ice on a small
Alright.
lake.
Yeah, it's because most of the people started in caves, which is the funny part. And then there's Piplup.
I mean, you started in the net.
Yeah, I started in the net, so that was kind of an odd one. But so we did that. We all start walking like down the mountain, and we all ran into each other. Found out that we all got teleported as a group to this world of Pokemon. As we kept going, we ran into this door that it was guarded by a Articuno statue, and the door had imprints for every one of our paws somehow,
Even
and
the sword.
Yeah, which the sword had to insert himself, which was kind of a weird thing.
Oh, you
But it
guys
wasn't
made it
even-
weird.
No, actually, it wasn't us who made it weird. It was Pimp who made it weird.
But see, there's no I in a team.
We weren't a team yet. That's the thing. But yeah, so that happened. So the door opens after we put our paws and sword into the door. Press the button that was hidden underneath the statue. We also had gotten these bracelets that had the bow in the crystal, whatever the gem was in the middle of it. Went in, met Articuno, told us to come to the nearby village with the flare that we had found. Apparently, that was from a team member that was long deceased, and the team no longer exists. That was part of the guild. That was part of a guild. Went to the town. Our Piplup friend was discriminated against by a family of Puchianas, because just for being a Piplup, because there was a group of Prinplups that are kind of terrorizing the local area. Oh, forgot about our harrowing bridge accident that caused Oreo, our Nidoran, to fall into the river. which our Piplup friend jumped in and rescued them. And our Honedge friend, Pimp, decided to carry over Striker to the other side, but they were both kind of having trouble holding on and going over. And I shimmy across the rope with I guess you could say a little help from Pimp, like to give me the idea. And then once all that happened, went down, met Vulpix, told us where the guild area would be, and directed us to a nearby Chansey's hut to get Oreo healed up from the water hit, from landing in the water, being cold. And once all that was done, we decided to head to the guild to turn in the flare, which we found out that most of the team members were gone. Everyone was on some kind of adventure or mission. Get inside by knocking on the door to the guild 3 times because it was technically an emergency because we found a dead teammate, dead team person. I don't know what. Went in, returned the flare to the head of security. I believe the Star Raptor was. Asked if we can meet with the guild leader, which Striker did, our Cyndaquil did, and we officially have become an official members of this guild.
Team Pathfinders.
Yep, Team Pathfinders, and now we just basically rested here for this, waiting for our first assignment for the next day.
Yep, you guys were given a room with a place for sleep and a storage box.
Yes.
The storage box is eventually gonna be very important because the storage box right now can have 60 items in it. Right?
Ooh.
And every single one of you can only carry a certain amount of items on you at any point.
Hey.
All right.
Question.
Yes.
How do we level up?
You level up at the end of your journey. When you return and you sleep, you level up.
Oh, okay.
That means technically you guys should have been able to level up at the end of last session, but I fucked it up.
We didn't technically sleep yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, in this, you don't exactly like level up your level, but you level up your abilities and shit. But yes. So, by the way, DJ, you did get your 1 XP.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright, so, are you all ready to awaken?
Yes.
Yes.
Except for Striker, I guess. your leader.
Yeah, our leader's kind of dealing with real life children.
Yes.
It's a heavy sleeper.
He's a very heavy sleeper, yes.
He's having a dream of the old world.
But yes, so, as you guys, you know, you can definitely tell that it is morning. And you can tell that it is morning by the door into your room loudly opening. And so you hear a very familiar voice of a Lopane saying, "It's time to wake up! It's morning!"
I'm like,
How do I?
we would just start waking up, like, I look around, like, oh, we're still here. go to sleep and wake up back in the old world.
Well, there is no old world now.
I guess so.
By the way, Lopata is just looking at you as we are saying that and says, "Old world."
Alright, doesn't. It's where we
Uh,
came
pro-
from.
Yeah, probably nothing important.
Yep. She's just going to shrug and she's just going to walk away. Then she's going to come back very quickly and say, "Oh, you're new. We should meet up in the main hall."
All right, we'll be there.
All right.
Okay.
And then she finally walks away. She doesn't close the door behind her, by the way.
Well, that's a better
So-
wake up than getting yelled at.
Yeah.
See,
True.
okay, the Loudred situation, that's literally just a explosive sky thing. That actually happens in no other mystery game. But yeah. By the way, outside of the window, you guys can tell that it is, well, you can see the sun going up, as in it is not even properly morning yet.
Yay
dawn.
for 4 a.m.
The
Wow,
dawn of a
it's-
new day.
It's my time to shine. Sorry.
Really? Really?
So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Rock my
Well-
neck and go out.
Can penguins crack their neck?
Hey,
No,
what's
I'm gonna
happening?
Google it.
Do penguins have necks?
I mean, if
Yes,
they
they
have
do.
if they have a spine, then yeah.
But I mean,
I
he,
guess
to be
they
honest,
do have
he
knees.
okay, he's a Piplup. That means he's spineless.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Why you got... Man, you're just like the rest of the villagers. God damn.
Oh no, I'm gonna get cancelled.
Are you still racing them if it's still Pokemon?
Well, to be honest, with Pokemon, you know, it's actually, you see, there is like a level of like legitimate racism because there are actual different races. You know, like it's like, you know, saying like, oh god, see, the problem is we don't have it. Okay, so for Pokemon, you know, like the difference between the species is like elves and humans, right? Because they're entirely different egg groups. It's literally like saying, you know, like, I don't know, a pigeon and a human. You know, they're still like living beings, but, you know, one is a bird and one is a mammal. Anyway,
Speciesism.
speciesism, yeah. But yeah. So again,
Alrighty then.
it is very early in the morning.
Yep. I'm going to the main hall.
Alright.
Following.
Okay.
I get up and stretch and follow them.
Alright.
Everyone grab Striker's paper.
Oh yeah, who wants to grab Bims and Striker's paper?
I guess Piplup.
I'll grab Pimp. Just to-
Alright.
Okay. Give me a second. I just need to double check something because I'm not 1,000,000% sure about this yet. You guys have... Every single one of you have a bag that can hold 5 items.
The starting tattered bag.
Now, you can actually put your friends in the storage box if you want to.
No.
Oh.
Nah.
They don't deserve that.
Alright.
Can I just grab the Honedge piece and put them in my bag?
Yes. This is amazing. I love this. This is so good.
Just the idea of putting teammate in the bag.
Instead of cardboard, they turn into the little figures.
Whoa. That's like... That's like almost like a Smash Bros. Reference right there.
They're a trophy.
Yeah, they're trophies. Anyway, so all of you make it into the main hall, and you can already see that there's a couple things happening. For instance, remember the Snorlax that you saw on the road?
Yeah.
Well, he's currently there where you are, and he is he's using a hammer on something on the wall. He also has what appears to be a hat. You can see that Lopane is here, and she's currently in the process of cleaning the ground. It seems like there's a lot of work happening. In the corner of the main hall, you can see to you at this point a familiar sight of your guild officer, the Staraptor. He seems to be almost nervous. He's like kind of like looking around as if looking for someone.
I'm gonna walk up to our current officer. Salute. Is there any problem, sir?
He looks at you. All right. He looks at you and says, "What are you doing?"
Saluting?
What's that?
It's
A tradition from where we're from.
Yeah, it's basically a tradition from our place. You do that to show respect to higher ranking officers?
Staraptor tilts its head a little bit, but shrugs, takes a deep breath and says, "Alright, where's your leader?"
Piplup's gonna show paper cutout of his leader. He's currently cares.
Is this a joke?
No. I wish it was.
Anyway, so at some point today, one of the teams is gonna be arriving back at the guild. Team Fluff specifically.
Alright.
In the meantime, we would like you to go into the town and get familiar with the locals.
Okay.
A lot of them are gonna be, let's just say that they're gonna be part of our family here.
Alright.
Especially the apples.
Apple.
Yes, apples.
So we met the Chansey, and we met the Vulpix. Now they'll find everybody else.
Alright, we don't really have a mission for you just yet, but we do have some things. Some obligatory things so that you, when you actually do go on a mission, you don't die on your first mission.
Alright.
And then he reaches into his bag, which by the way looks much better than your bag. And he whips out berries.
Oh.
And he gives one berry to every single one of you.
Really?
Barry.
Yes, this should prevent you from just randomly dying when you just walk into a trap or something.
Alright.
Or, also, don't sell them. If I see you selling them, I'm gonna be very annoyed, and you don't want me to be annoyed.
I get a quiet feeling that he's annoyed right now.
He does look annoyed.
I mean, you look quite annoyed right now.
Anyway, what about these two? He has like 2 more berries. I don't.
mean,
Have the other two like right away during the night. That would be weird because Lopane was on sentry and she's really good at her job.
Oh, no. Our leader is right here, and I'm pretty sure PJ has our Honedge.
Alright, so you are not actually joking about the whole paper thing.
Yes, I'm not joking.
Oh. Alright. How about this? I'm going to give you these 2 berries, and you give them the berries when they are not whatever they are.
I can do that.
Alright. In the meantime, you can put it in your storage box.
Yeah.
So yeah, who is getting the 2 berries?
I guess Piplup.
Alright. There you go. Remember, only 5 items for now.
Yeah.
You're up to 4.
Yay.
Alright. So, that's really everything. Your leader is, I will wait, it's gonna be better when Team Fluff is here.
Alright.
Yeah, that's something for your leader. Something that you have already seen before. Anyway, you can just go into the town, enjoy your last day of not having actual duties.
Yay.
But from tomorrow, you're gonna be paying for your food.
All right.
Anyway,
Just like in real life.
this is real life.
Yep.
Anyway, you're all dismissed.
Once again, I salute.
Wait.
And then go off.
He actually looks at both of the other you and says, "Is he all right? I know he's a Piplup, but is he all right?"
We tolerate his strange tendencies.
I don't really have the beak for tolerating something like that.
He gives us quite enjoyment sometimes.
Wow. You know, guys, I can still hear you.
It's almost like he's here.
Oh,
Almost.
Anyway, once Team Flop shows up, hopefully you'll be able to learn something from them.
That would be nice.
Anyway, like I said, you're free to go.
Alright, guys, let's go to town.
Say hi to Persian when you're in the town.
Alright,
Say hi to
will do.
Persian. We made a mental note of that, and we all head out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As you guys, get into the elevator, Lopane just says, "Bye-bye."
Bye-bye. And I'm gonna wave at her.
Yeah, she waves as well. Snorlax also waves with the hammer.
I'm gonna wave at him as well.
Back to the store.
Mm.
Alright. You guys make your way, outside of the guild.
Oh boy.
By the way, who had the key?
The leader.
The leader.
Striker.
Gosh darn it. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
As we're
Hi,
leaving, as we're on the elevator.
Ain't that how it goes?
Hello.
Hi-oh.
So, Striker, first, you're no longer paper. Second, I give you a berry.
Oh, thank you.
You have the key on you.
Can I make that my held item?
I mean, yeah, you can totally make it your held item.
I will do that.
Oh yeah, yes, that's right.
Oh yeah, by the way, you don't need to have these berries in your inventory. You can totally have them in your held item slot. Just know
What?
that if you're holding them, you're literally holding them. Okay?
you're not careful, you will squish it and waste it.
Yeah, like let's say you get into an event where there would be a possibility of you like falling. If you fall and you're holding your berry, you will destroy it.
Oh,
Yay.
how does I was about to say how does Striker hold it then? Because he walks on all four.
Actually, Cyndaquils can walk on their hind legs.
Can they?
Yes,
I
just
didn't-
not for very
yeah.
long.
Well, with quadrupeds and like armless Pokemon, it's usually kind of like implied that they have it in their mouth, or if they are psychic or ghost or magical, they have it like levitating.
What
Actually,
if
I
I want
thought
to balance it on my back?
I thought Cyndaquils just walked on their two legs normally.
So they're more akin to like kiwis than in that respect, where they can walk on their front legs, but they prefer to just stay on their back.
Well,
Fun things.
well,
I researched a lot.
well, fun fact. So I literally last time I was streaming Explorers of Sky, I literally went through a dungeon where I was fighting Cyndaquils, right? They walk on all fours at all times, though they do get up on their back legs when they fight.
Ooh.
So yeah, the more you know.
Creature.
Also, Quillavas, they wiggle. They like do this weird like movement motion in place when they are about to fight.
It is similar to a ferret, actually.
Yeah. But yes. So you guys make it to the main door, and you learn that it is locked.
I use my key.
You use the key and it unlocks.
I open the door.
Alright. The first thing that hits you is that it is very cold.
Ah, finally some fresh air.
I was gonna balance this on my back, but I think I'm going to actually put it back in my bag. Held item may not be the best idea, because I'm gonna light my back on fire to keep me and my companions that need warmth warm.
Alright.
But how about you close the door first, after
Well,
we go outside?
We're gonna go through the door and then I'll close it.
Yeah, I just assumed, you know.
Jeez.
But yeah.
Somebody's pedantic there.
But yeah, in the distance you guys can see the sun slowly going up. It actually makes the normally whitish, bluish scenery. It actually turns it into this like almost orangey scenery, which is kind of nice.
Oh no, it's all orange.
No, Thrack, it's
War
okay.
is orange. PTSD.
But yeah, you can see that the bonfire is already lit, and you can even see all kinds of Pokemon, just being outside, not just Vulpix. For instance, you can see two Pichus right now, essentially running around as one of them has what appears to be a berry in his mouth, and the other one is running after him.
With a knife.
No.
No.
What do you have there? A knife!
Oh, knife!
He's from London.
Oh god.
No, he would need a license for that.
I mean, no, because it's an illegal knife.
Anyway, so what would you
How
guys
the-
like to do?
I'm gonna belly slide towards the town.
Oh my god, he's doing
We're
it
in
again.
the town.
Well, no, you are on top of like this, basically like an upper area. The entire guild is inside like basically a mountain, right?
We're kind of like on a mountain cave or cliff that
Yeah.
overlooks the city.
Yeah, and you basically need to go down into the town itself.
Oh, okay.
Also, so I'm gonna check your stats here. Give me a moment.
Oh no.
2, 1, 1, 2. Piplup and Cyndaquil. Roll me your awareness insight.
Awareness?
Is that
Sorry, alert. I'm still not used to saying these.
Okay. So just insight.
Yeah, alert is connected to survival, by the way.
I got a 1 and a 6.
Okay, what
Wait,
about
so
you,
you
Piplup?
roll survival plus insight?
Well, basically, what normally you would do is you roll 2 for insight, 2 for survival, and then whatever you would have for alert.
Alright.
So for you, that's 4 die.
Oh yeah, also can I spend my XP right now or after sleep?
After sleep.
Just-
Oh, right before sleep, essentially.
Alright. I got 3 successes.
Alright, you got 1?
I got 1.
Alright. So you do not actually notice this, but Piplup,
Yes.
you notice that the flag of the guild is missing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was there last time, but it's not there now.
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It were not Piplups or anything like that, since I can't fucking fly.
Are you sure?
I'm a fucking penguin, bruv.
You know, if you put a penguin inside a catapult, it can fly.
Have you ever played Learn to Fly?
But
Oh, that's a fucking strike
Oh
from
my
the
God.
fucking past.
Also, Finn, at that point, it's not really flying; it's free fall.
No, we call it falling in style. Oh, you beat me to it, DJ. God damn it.
I love you guys.
Well, guys, it looks like someone yoinked the flag.
Huh.
I wonder who that would be.
Knowing the way this town is, it might be blamed. They're gonna instantly think that it was Thrack who did it. Piplup.
Oh yeah, because I'm the best flyer in the entire fucking region.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to like matter to them, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's head to town then. Go meet
Yep.
and greet with everybody.
Belly sliding
Whoosh.
with style.
Is there snow? No.
Yeah, there is snow.
Okay.
There's snow everywhere.
You're in a place called Caldera. But yeah,
Wait, Caldera?
no, Caldera.
Caldera.
Oh, okay.
It's Caldera with 2 R's.
It's a cold caldera.
Yeah, it's cold Caldera. Oh god, no. Anyway, so you guys make it into the town. And yeah, that's basically, you're there, the bonfire is lit and Bullpix is already just kind of like laying next to it. You can see the 2 Pichus, just like, they're basically just like running after each other around the bonfire. And in one of the buildings nearby, you can see that there is a Pikachu. Currently, she very obviously has her arms in a very annoyed posture, and generally seems to be just kind of waiting as the Pichus get tired.
Ah,
Mother-
children,
yeah.
am I right? Right, Striker?
Ah, you're funny.
So what would you like to do?
Uh,
Well, I know Chansey asked me to return at some point today.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you guys were wounded after you rest at the guild, you're fully healed.
Alright. So I guess now we just, well, Oreo needs to check up with Chansey, and outside of that we just need to walk around, I guess.
Alright. So, again, what would you like to do?
Go to Chansey first, I guess.
Alright. Well, you know exactly where she lives.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that she actually has her door slightly ajar.
I'd still like to go up and... Well, first off, is there, like, smoke coming out of her house like last time?
Yes.
Okay. I'd still like to go up and, knock. Not just barge in.
Alright, so you walk up to the door and you knock, but what you can hear from inside is snoring.
Oh. Let's just go. Defer.
Come back later.
It is early in the day, so they.
Yeah, it seems like she has forgotten to close her door.
Close it.
Yeah, I will close it all the way.
Alright.
Quietly.
Oh, quietly. We'll sneak.
No. I'm not gonna be that much of a dick.
Yet.
Yet. We are not in the mystery dungeon. That's where I can be a dick. Alright. So
Well, there's plenty of find a time to be a dick. It's just more subtle that way.
So, what would you like to do now? You can see strange cat-like Pokemon just walking out of one of the caves, holding what appears to be a big box.
How exactly does the cat-like Pokemon look like?
Like a cat.
Yo, guys, I think this is the Persian guy we were supposed to.
Does it look like Persian?
It is indeed a Persian.
Well, that definitely is a Persian.
Yeah.
Yep, you can see him just kind of put down the box, and then he goes back into the cave, and then eventually just comes out with what appears to be like a wooden basically piece of wood, and it seems he's setting up a stall.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, I guess since nobody else is doing it, I'm just gonna come closer to the Persian.
Alright, as you get closer to the Persian, he looks at you and says, "Oh no, not again.
What? What again?
Are you gonna steal from me?"
Oh?
Wow.
Why would we steal from you?
Wow. Thank you.
Well, we have a Piplup.
He's a good boy. I'm gonna pat Thrack on the head. He wouldn't harm a fly.
Aerodactyls told us to say hi to you.
Aerodactyl. What?
Aerodactyl?
Aerodactyl? That was Aerodactyl, right? Raptor. Man.
How did you get Aerodactyl?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Our guild hall though is in the ship with an Aerodactyl.
Yeah, like the entrance to the hall is shaped like an Aerodactyl's head.
Yeah, I think that's why.
I was like, holy shit, an entire Aerodactyl is there, officer. Holy shit.
Spooky.
But yeah, so Persia just kind of looks you over and just says, you from the guild?
Yeah.
We are the newbies.
Oh, you're new.
Yep.
Yes, very new.
Yeah, me yesterday.
Good. So he very quickly just pulls out what appears to be a bag. He sits down in front of the box. He puts his front paws on the box, smiling at all of you. He starts putting those paws together and says, "Then we are probably gonna be the best of friends."
Okay.
Well, that sounds good.
That feels incredibly ominous.
If you need anything bought, then Persian is your cat.
Alright.
Or if you need to sell anything, I can deal with that as well. And I also provide banking services.
Oh.
You can store your apples here. so that you don't lose them or they will not be stolen from you or any other reason.
Well, to store any apples, first you need to have them.
You don't have any apples.
Nope, not yet.
Percy's gonna give you that look. You know how like a shopkeeper in real life, just like you know.
Yeah, you don't have any money to get the
Yeah, basically.
I was like, we're gonna have a problem.
Like we said, we're new. We're gonna start earning apples probably tomorrow.
Well then you should probably arrive tomorrow. But in case everything goes well, if you need to ever buy any supplies, you know who to come to.
Indeed. Well then, I think we should look around some other places in town. Meet some other people as well.
Meet
Well,
some
you know,
friends.
we met Persian now. Actually, can I ask the Persian?
I mean, you can just roleplay.
So, who is there anyone else in town that you think we should meet? We've met
I mean,
Chansey and we met the Vulpix.
so he actually starts thinking for a little bit and says, I mean, there's all kinds of people here. So, you guys don't look like you are, supposed to be going out there and on guild business.
Not yet.
We
Yeah.
are just supposed to go around and meet people.
Oh no, what I mean by that is, you're not wearing anything.
I got this bangle right here as I lift up the little bangle thingy.
Yeah, kind of show our pingle.
I mean, that's kinda neat. I would give you 100 apples for each.
They don't come off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He whips out a saw.
No.
How?
No?
God, you are.
That is a little brutal for me.
Ah,
You
it's alright.
by
And,
any means necessary, huh?
well, profit is profit, no?
Yeah.
But you put the saw back into the bag.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
I mean, honestly, who cares how you make a profit? If you make it, then that's what matters.
Exactly. I mean, my biggest competition is the Keklians, and it's kinda difficult.
huh? Well, should probably get going now.
Alright. You just see him just start putting down berries and really nice looking apples and even weird blue orbs on the box.
Orbs.
Got the orbs.
Orbs. Orbs for days.
Wow, good thing that only thing I own right now is a rock.
Yeah, orbs are orbs are kind of expensive, but they give you really powerful bonuses usually.
Yo,
Like
how
a
expensive is a
lustrous
rock?
orb.
So what do you say, DJ?
It's like a lustrous orb.
Okay, so for instance, one of the orbs that you can get is called a luminous orb, right? Which will reveal not only will it reveal the entire dungeon, i.e. in this, it will reveal you the path to the objective, but it also shows you all the traps on every single tile.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
It's perfect. It's insanely good.
Huh.
You basically reveal the path to your objective, and then you reveal the event on every single tile so that you can decide where to go and where to not go.
I did not know that. Well,
Yeah, orbs are very powerful. There's also orbs that make it so that you always will hit, no matter what.
What?
Yes.
There's orbs that transform every enemy in the room.
Yeah, there's orbs that just teleport enemies around.
There's
here's
orbs that
Nidoran
turn the
Steam.
entire dungeon floor into one big room.
Yeah, there's also orbs that turn all of the items into money in the dungeon.
Orbs that teleport every Pokemon to you.
Orbs that allow you to fly in dungeons so that you can go over obstacles that you would normally not be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Seriously, orbs are amazing.
Well,
They're very
okay then.
situational, though.
You can there's an orb that turns one enemy into a random item.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna turn this enemy with this orb into another copy of this orb.
I mean, it could literally be rolled into that item. Yeah, it could be the same
Possibility.
orb. It can also turn into any amount of apples.
Buy some apples.
1 apple.
But yeah. So what else would you guys like to do? You know, you can see that, you know, the sun is like slowly going up, you know, like the land is less orange and more like, you know, back to whitish blue.
I guess we'll just vibe while, I don't know, going around.
Well, I think Persian was probably right. We should probably look to see if there's any way for us to get something to keep ourselves warm.
Oh yeah,
Well-
you guys aren't used to this temperature.
Point, keep you two warm as I point to our Nidoran and our Riolu.
Yeah, but it also seems a lot more normal to be wearing something than not.
Yeah, you notice that most people here are actually wearing what appears to be like woolly sweaters.
Woolly
Even the
sweat.
ones that probably don't need to be wearing because they have coats.
Yeah, for instance, Persian
have
is
their own
also
coat.
wearing this woolly sweater, even though Persian is very fluffy.
Man, maybe I can get myself a Hawaii shirt.
Well, I'm sorry, what did you just say to me?
I don't think there's Hawaii here.
Actually, I mean, there's Alolan versions of Pokemon.
Yeah, but that's Alola, not Hawaii.
I mean, it's kind of Alola.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Alright, so maybe I can get myself a Alolan shirt.
Yeah.
It's quite possible. You would have to probably ask Persian. They may be able to get you one.
The shirt will have a bunch of Confi on it.
Although I don't think they'll be doing anything for us until we actually do get apples.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Speaking of which, one of the nearby buildings opens up, revealing a ball of wool that just appeared out of the door.
Huh.
And this ball of wool, wool happens to have a head.
Fluffy.
And it just it just rolls towards Woolpix, sits down and offers Woolpix what appears to be a mug of something.
Wait, that wool rolled?
Yes.
Yes.
Holy fuck, how fluffy is it?
It is
Wool is
incredibly
around-
fluffy.
Funny.
It is all the fluff.
Some say if you stick a hand inside of a Wooloo, you're never gonna find the actual body.
Fun
Oh,
fact,
no.
the wool on Wooloo regrows in a week.
They are
How
interesting
deep is the Wooloo's wool?
Nobody has ever found out. But yeah, the town is getting livelier by the second.
Sorry about that.
Why are you sorry about what?
I don't know if you guys heard a sneeze.
Nope,
the background.
no, you managed to block it well.
Okay.
But yes, what would you guys like to do?
And I don't know. Leader?
You ever know? So we were we were gonna go check on something, right? I had to step out during the end of the recap because of stuff here at the house. We had a goal in mind, right?
Our only goal was to go to the town and like go around the town.
Oh, didn't Staraptor also wanted to see Striker later?
Well, he said later about that. I think he'd get a little more annoyed at us if we just showed back up saying we've talked to one person.
Yeah, but I figured Striker might want to know.
We've talked to Persian.
Job
Although,
done.
didn't he say that Wooloo is part of Team Fluff?
Yeah, you can see that Vulu has the guild equipment.
Would it not be helpful for us to introduce ourselves to our fellow guild members? And maybe learn something from them?
I like that plan.
Oh,
Hello there, fellow kids.
I'm actually and I'm going to approach the Wooloo.
All right, you approach the Vulu. The wool turns and then a head shows through the wool towards you.
Hello.
Hi.
Fluffy.
I believe you are part of the guild, right?
Yes.
Well, we just joined up with the guild.
That's
Hello.
really good. Hi. Two tiny black legs appear from the floof. Striker?
Yeah.
You're given a mug of hot cocoa.
Oh.
Aww.
I will kind of smile and I will sip it.
It's really sweet.
Ooh. This is tasty.
Yep, and you can see that this happens 3 more times as Vulu just out of its fluff procures mugs of hot cocoa.
all of us.
Yeah, but yeah, she gives it to all of you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
It's all right.
Just sip on it just because it's warm right now.
So, how do you feel?
I
Nice.
feel nice.
Good. I am Vulu.
Hello. I am Thrack.
But you are Piplup.
Yes, but my friends called me Thrack.
Your friends are funny.
Yeah, we are. I'm David the Cyndaquil.
Hi, Cyndaquil.
Just to make it easier, I'm Riolu.
Oh, hi, Riolu. I've never met another one of you.
Never met another one.
Mm-hmm. You're the first Riolu I've ever met.
Oh, well, that's something.
Also, hello, Nidoran.
Hello.
So, what's your team name?
Pathfinders.
Oh,
Pathfinders.
our team is called Fluff.
You don't say.
It's a very nice and fitting name.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, she just nods and says, it was my idea.
That's
Sounds
the
like
case. Are you
guys-
the leader?
I am not the leader. My Tiana is the leader.
Oh. Oh yeah, where's the rest of your team?
Oh, they're on a mission.
Oh. And you're not with them?
No, I'm not very good at fighting.
Oh.
Just holding down the base for them then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we need to go find the other members of the other teammates of the guild.
Oh, most of them are not here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So Team Flap is going to be returning anytime soon.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. At least they should be.
There's something to be worried about if they're not.
Well, they went to apprehend an evil, bad Pokemon.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
What kind of
Do you know who it
Pokemon?
was?
Oh, I don't actually know.
Oh.
But I know that he was really bad.
Well, if he was really bad, then he deserves it.
I know.
Well,
Seems like Cocoa.
Do you have any questions?
Can I hug you?
She just nods with a smile.
I'm gonna hug him.
You hug her. The floof is insane.
Yeah.
You guys just see Piplup just bury into her floof, and slowly he just starts just going into the floof.
oh god, it's absorbing him.
So
Yep.
fluffy.
Yep. Eventually, you just see him being poked out as her head literally just like appears through the floof and just like pokes him out.
What? Wait a minute. Just looking like, where? How the heck? What?
Hmm.
That was nice.
Huh?
Oh, have you never seen the animations that happen in Sword and Shield for Wooloo?
No.
No.
Okay. So if you use, let's say a tail whip, right? Where she's supposed to like turn around and do the tail animation, right? She doesn't turn around. Her head and her front legs and her back legs and her tail just exchange points.
What?
What?
Yeah, Wooloo's amazing. No one has ever seen a Wooloo walk, by the way.
Don't they usually just roll?
Yeah, they just roll.
What? And then they turn into double. Like, okay.
Yeah, and then they turn normal.
They are
Aw.
beautiful insanity. So, speaking of insanity, I just had my life flash before my eyes real quickly.
Oh, what happened?
Toby started running towards me with a knife at head level.
I'm sorry, what?
What do you got there?
He apparently picked up a knife off the counter that we were using to cut the pizza, and he was running to give it to me. And he stopped short, but I looked over and there's a full speed, toddler with a knife. And I'm like, oh gosh, thank you, child.
What do you got there? A knife? No.
Well, you see,
Literally what just happened?
he wanted to deliver the pizza.
The
No,
journal.
or Steven says he just want to say nice to meet you.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so what would you guys like to do now?
Actually, I want to ask the Wooloo something.
Oh, go on.
So it's a little chilly out here, and some of my companions can't heat themselves as well as I can. And, well, I probably should get something too. Do you know where we might be able to get some local clothing and how we might go around affording that?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about which.
Don't worry about it. It's already been done.
Oh.
Huh?
That's not ominous at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean it to sound scary or anything.
It's alright.
The way you put that was just a little ominous, that's all.
Oh, the Staraptor was here yesterday, and he asked me if I could make clothes for you.
Ah.
Oh.
He sounded
Oh.
he sounded very worried about you.
Aw. That's real nice.
I mean,
Oh.
why would he be worried about us?
Oh, I was not supposed to say that. My bad.
Ah,
you
I
what,
knew
with your
he's just a big softie.
It'll be a secret between us.
Yes.
Okay. I've never held a secret before.
I'm guessing you have a hard time keeping them.
She just nods.
That's all right.
Okay then. It's kind of looking like, where do we go now?
I
Yep.
don't know.
Like I said, you can see Vulpix next to Volu currently drinking the hot cocoa. The Pikachu has finally managed to get her kids.
Nice.
Over the hill, you guys can see Puchiana and her kids arriving into the town.
Ah, the races.
Oh.
Ah, yes, that's how you fucking know them.
Yep. I wonder how she's gonna feel knowing that there's a Piplup part of the guild now. Probably best to not antagonize her own.
Ah, man. I'm not antagonizing. I'm just vibing.
But yeah. In the distance, you guys can actually see someone arriving.
Oh.
Yes, you can see some kind of bird Pokemon flying in. He has a bag full of what appears to be parchment.
Alright.
Is that a
What kind
Pelipper?
of bird?
Oh shit, you called it!
Pelipper!
Yeah, Pelipper eventually lands in front of the bonfire. And he just kind of starts going around and delivering what appears to be messages.
I remember him.
Yeah, he has a really cool blue hat. He delivers a message to Vulpix, and then he goes to Pikachu and delivers her message. She also gives a message to him.
Alright.
Interested in watching people here.
So is there anything you guys would like to do?
Well, time is past now, like where it's more sunny now. Maybe Chansey might be up now.
I mean, yeah, you could go there.
Let's go check to see if he's up.
Bye-bye, Wooloo.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for the cocoa.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted more, just come to me. Though I may be asleep.
That's alright. I love to sleep.
Sleeping's great.
Sleeping's great. I'm sorry, that's like a line from The Room.
I don't get
I
enough
did
sleep.
not hear that. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But yeah, do you guys want to go to Chansey's?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. So, you guys make it to Chansey's. Her door is open again.
Huh.
And you can
she's asleep again.
And you can hear from inside that there seems to be some, work being done. You can, most importantly, you can hear like a sound of something rubbing on clay.
Huh.
Well,
That's a very interesting sound.
I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
Alright, you knock on the door, and from inside you can hear, "Oh, I'll be there in a moment." And after a few moments, Chansey shows up and says, "Ah, hello there."
Hello.
Hi, Chansey.
Hello.
Ah, Nidoran, how are you doing?
I feel okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Any complications?
No, I don't think so.
Do you feel exhausted? Nauseous?
No.
Ah, good, 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 good. Any of you have any problem?
No.
Alright, Nidoran, just be sure that you are taking it very easy. And if something happens, please make sure you make your way to me as soon as possible so that we can prevent any kind of potential danger.
I will try my best not to submerge myself in any icy rivers again.
Yes, that would be extremely preferable. And then she pats your head,
Oh.
being very careful about your horn.
She doesn't want to poison herself?
No. Anyway, can I do anything for any of you?
No.
Oh, by the way, you're new here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you please deliver this to a friend of mine? And she just whips out like a tiny, not really a bag as much as a basically pouch that smells like herbs.
Well, I'll
Alright.
take it. Who do
Alright.
we need to bring this to?
Oh, see, I'm specifically asking you because you are new here and you are not aware of this yet. There is a Braxton that lives over there. She points at the hut that is very far away from all the other huts and other living areas.
Alright.
Do not worry, she will not eat you. She will not curse you. It's alright, don't worry.
Where's the fun in that?
Just give it to her and say that it was from me.
I
Alright.
think we can do that.
Alright, that would be wonderful. Anyway, is there anything else?
Nope. That's all.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go and return to my work.
Alright. Good day.
Yep. And she closes the door. Only so that you can see that the door then opens up a little bit.
That's gonna need some fixing.
Yeah, you can tell that her door is not exactly holding properly.
Yeah, it's too fucking loose. And oh my god, I can't remember what the part is called. Never mind.
So it seems like we at least now have a reason to go talk with the Pokemon we've been told not to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire town that you guys have talked to have told you not to talk to this Pokemon.
I mean, Persian didn't tell us that. Or Voodoo.
Okay, the people that you actually talk to, like, about this topic.
Hey, maybe we can get some actual information on what's going on here.
Maybe.
Well, then let's go.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Nidoran will head towards the...
Braxton.
Yep.
And I'm gonna belly slide towards that.
Okay, we're gonna play some this music.
This one?
Yes.
Really?
I hope this is the correct version. Because I have the entire soundtrack, and the soundtrack is very big, by the way. It's like... It's almost 200 different tracks.
I mean, it's the mystery one, if that's... It's, Which one?
It's, all of them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's,
Like, I have all four of the soundtracks, basically. That I'm pulling from. But yeah. You guys stand in front of the hut that has strange markings drawn all over it.
Ah, occultist shit.
And you can
Can
also
I roll something?
and you can also see that in front of the door to this hut is a wooden and hay, like a totem almost. That seems to be representing some kind of bird that seems to be on fire.
Moltres.
All right.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Fuck, you beat me to it.
Right. You knock on the door, and then the door very slowly opens for you.
Makes that creaking noise as it opens.
Yes.
Ah.
And on the inside,
presentation.
you do not see like any kind of light or anything. So there is a weird, like almost purple light.
Yo, guys, am I
have
seeing
a-
it right? I don't remember being colorblind.
I have
Huh.
a feeling that we're gonna go in there and the floor is going to creak.
Oh boy, I'm gonna step in.
The floor does not creak.
Ah!
Wow, that's actually a little.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, it takes away from the atmosphere.
So, as you guys enter, you realize that this hut is, well, on the inside, the walls are much darker than, all of the other buildings that you guys have been in. And that counts the actual literal cavern. There's also this strange half see-through almost cloth that seems to be somewhat haphazardly just stuck to the ceiling, and it goes all the way down to the floor. Also, the screaming children, obviously.
Ah. They're being cooked by the witch.
Yeah. You can also now tell what the fire was coming from.
Oh.
More like the purple light, right? It's because the first Pokemon that you see is actually not the one you expected. You probably expected, Braxton, because that's why you came here. What you did not expect is Ghastly in the corner of the hut, currently in the process of blowing bubbles.
Blowing bubbles.
Yes.
Oh.
When he noticed,
Seriously?
when he notices you, he gets a little scared, and then he runs away.
Ah, man. Are we this scary?
I mean, it could have been the, Piplup walking into a house.
You scared a ghost type.
Man. And they didn't even roll intimidation.
I don't know if that's how it works here.
Yeah, actually it does though. It literally does. You can roll intimidation. Look at your skills. It's one of the skills.
Well, heck.
But yeah, as you guys are kind of standing there, you can see that there is a little table, and on top of the table, there is a glass ball and cards around it.
Are there any chairs at the table?
Yes, there are 2 chairs.
I want to sit down at the one that has its back to the door. Like the guest chair.
Alright. You sit down in the guest chair, and suddenly the ball... Well, you can see that there is like fog in it. It wasn't there before, you're pretty sure.
Hmm. Spooky. But yeah, I don't think we should be touching anything right now. At least until the owners of this place are actually here. Not
Piplup?
scared of us.
Piplup?
Yeah.
You feel something hard and a little bit sharp against your back.
I'm just gonna sigh. Why is it always me?
From behind you hear, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because a Piplup just broke into my home.
It
Unin-
wasn't even me.
Uninvited.
Hey, we knocked.
And the door opened.
Well, yes, the door always opens.
How
We
were
did
we
knock.
supposed to know that?
Anyway, a Cyndaquil, a Nidoran, a Riolu, and a Piplup enter my home. It is like a start of a joke
Bad
that I never
joke.
heard.
Yeah, and a pretty bad one, I assume.
Yep. The room lights up as the stick that this Braxton is holding suddenly lights on fire on both ends.
Hmm.
Spooky.
Anyway, what can I do for you? I assume that you are not here to steal from me because, well, you would probably already be in trouble if you did that. And I cannot sense any bad juju from you. So, what is your purpose here?
We've got a package to deliver to you from Chansey.
Ah! Yes, my herbs.
Yep.
I will hold it out to her.
Yep. She will take it. And then she just puts it into what appears to be a box. A box that has like a tentacle coming out of it, by the way.
Is that a tentacle?
Do not worry about it. Anyway, I can tell that you are lost souls in search of answers.
You could say that, yes.
So, how can I help you? I cannot do much, but I do have stories and experience.
What kind of experience?
Well, I've traveled across the entire continent. I've even seen a different one.
Oh. Hmm.
She's just waiting there, holding her on fire stick.
I mean, what do you know of Articuno?
Oh, Lord Articuno. Well, I know that the stories say that he is one of the legendary Pokemon. He is very praised among the populace of Caldera.
Did they really name this block of ice and snow Caldera?
Yes.
Wow. What a terrible pun.
Oh, you should you should see the other sections of the continent.
Oh.
Yes. Let's just say that the naming scheme is of that caliber for the rest of the continent.
Oh my god.
Oh, and what you got?
I don't know, probably all of them.
Oh, all of them at the same time.
Yes.
Ah, aren't you a little heretic?
Ah!
Anyway, so any other questions? Since you have helped me with my herb deficiency, I will not even have you pay me for these stories.
Hmm.
That's nice of you.
Well, it is much easier to than me having to pay you, especially considering I currently do not have any apples.
Well, we are not officially on a mission, so I don't think there's any payment to be had.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. So you are with the guild?
Yes.
Yeah, we are the newbies.
Ah, good, good. I will definitely put down some missions for you eventually.
Alright.
Sounds awesome.
So, I have a question myself for you.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Thrack. This is Oreo. This is Striker or David. And this is DJ.
Hmm. Interesting. I've heard of a story. A story that is somewhat old. A story of a person from a different world appearing in one of the continents and changing everything that they touch. The person was, well, they were not a Pokemon. They were different, but they were also a Pokemon at the same time.
Sounds familiar.
Now, obviously, the chance of you being similar to that are very low, but it would make for a very interesting story.
And why are those chances very low?
Well, when it happened, it was one. Just one
Well.
human.
Well, now there's 5.
She starts, like, counting. And then she points out 4.
Who has Pam's cardboard cutout?
Riolu, DJ.
I
One of our friends is under the curse of paper.
Ah,
I gotta
I...
show.
Do I have it?
I have it.
Okay.
So I just show the vaccine that just the Honedge piece of paper.
Ah, I heard of this curse. Very rare.
I put it back.
Oh, not with our group.
I've noticed that all of you are wearing a certain item.
Our
Yeah,
bracelet.
a bracelet.
Where have you gotten those?
You wouldn't believe it.
Oh, try me.
So, you know this door? That, like, oh god. In that frozen wasteland?
A door.
Yeah, I closed the door where people, like, leave gifts for Articuno.
Ah, yes.
Articuno's temple.
Yes, yes. I am aware of that, obviously.
So, we got those from the other side of the door.
So she actually makes her way to the chair and sits down. She starts thinking very visibly, and then she just goes, yes, that would make sense. Except it makes absolutely no sense.
Exactly.
From what I understand, that door has been closed even before Hearthtown has been established.
Well, I don't know how long that was.
Well, the Hearthtown has been here for, well, a couple hundred of moons. At minimum.
Well, that
Alright.
seems odd since there was.
Like, on the other side of the door there was a skeleton with a flare from this guild here. That's why we are here.
Now that is very strange. How would a Pokemon make it there?
I don't know. Also, from what the big boss in the guild said, well, not the big boss, the smaller boss, I guess, said the team that this guy was part of hasn't been around for a few years?
Well, that would make sense considering the guild has not been here for longer than, I think, 20, maybe 22 moons.
Hmm.
I've actually been here longer than the guild.
Oh.
That was when Staraptor and Sylvan arrived and established the guild.
Hmm.
I do not know about why they arrived and why they made it. That is actually something that you should probably ask them yourselves. Though, I did hear a couple things, though mostly things that I cannot confirm.
Aw.
A little gossip.
I mean, I love me some gossip.
I wonder if it is my place to actually tell you.
Well, it is for you to decide.
Well, so both Sylvain and Staraptor actually used to be guild members in a guild in the Shimmering Desert, far to the south.
And let me take a guess. Shimmering Desert is a continent that's entirely a desert.
Well, it's part of this continent.
Oh, so it's just frozen desert.
No, it's just a desert.
Hmm.
So, the story goes that Staraptor challenged the guild master of the guild in the Shimmering Desert and lost. And for the challenge, he got exiled.
Ah.
Now, how Sylvain goes into that, I have no idea. I've actually never heard of Sylvain before. Before all of this.
I wouldn't know. I never met Sylvian.
Yeah, I think our guild leader might have been the only one.
Hmm.
But yes, like I said, this is all gossip. If you want much better information about this kind of thing, well, Staraptor would probably be the one to ask, considering, well, he is the one who got exiled from the desert.
Yeah, but then again, he is like 99% of the time, he's really annoyed at everything. So I don't think it's a good idea to actually ask him something like that.
Yeah, well, that is up to you. Anyway, do you have any other questions or anything like that?
I've noticed that people are wary about you.
Yes, it is because she just lives one of her like hands essentially, and two ghastlies and a haunter just appear out of either the floor or the walls.
Yo.
Let's just say that I have friends in places where most do not even look into.
Alright. So this place doesn't like ghosts or people who talk to ghosts or Piplups.
Well, the Piplup situation makes sense. I mean, as a Piplup yourself, you should probably know.
I just stare blankly at her. About what?
There's a marauding band of Piplups and Primplups. They are being led by a very dangerous individual by the name of Empoleon. He has put a claim on this entire area. That means Hearthtown as well, and the guild.
Oh god.
If
Well,
you
that's-
if you wish to know why the town is very wary of your kind, well, just ask the Chu family.
Hmm.
You can ask her where her husband is.
Oof.
She says as she looks at one of the ghastlies.
All right. Hmm.
Um. yeah. Do we have anything else to ask now?
Hmm. I don't know. I'm honestly kinda lost here.
Oh, do you know anything about the bracelets we have?
I may, but I don't think you are ready for that. I will be watching your progress with great intent. And when I think that you are ready, I will tell you more.
Man,
All right.
yeah, that whole when you are ready thing is first really fucking cliche, and second, really fucking vague.
Well, it is supposed to be vague because if I tell you the information, then you might go out there and get yourselves killed. And that is not exactly what you should be doing.
I mean, we are probably gonna do that eventually, even without that.
Well, if you get yourselves killed anyway, then that information would have been pointless anyway.
I mean, yeah, then at that point, it's like, yeah, we might as well know it.
No, I know what you are trying to do, Piplup. You're being a Piplup.
Mm,
Man,
that's kind of.
I mean, I thought he was just being Thrack. He's kind of like that.
I guess
So-
I guess this Thrack really is a Piplup.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you saying that all Piplups act like this too?
Potentially. Piplups tend to be more energetic than him.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kinda on the slow side.
You haven't seen him try sliding down just trying to slide down the mountain.
Oh,
I think he does that because his mindset's a little slow, and that's the best way he gets speed.
Wow.
Hey, you've admitted that yourself.
But yes.
Oh, yes, but fuck you too.
But yes. When you four get a little stronger, seek me out again. I will make sure that you know when the time has come.
Alright. Should we expect some kind of beacon?
No, I will send my wonderful friend Hunter here. She says as she reaches for him and just like kind of like pets him.
I'm gonna wave at him.
He waves back at you with his hands.
Yay!
Hmm.
It is very strange for Pokemon not to be scared of ghost Pokemon.
I mean, he's not trying to kill me, is he?
No,
I mean, then why should I be scared?
because you see, Pokemon are scared of their own mortality.
I mean, I've been living with the fact that, yeah, I'm immortal for quite some time.
No. What I mean is, well, you will understand when you talk to Lady Pikachu.
Hmm.
Lady Pikachu.
Yes.
Pikachu.
Alright, so any more people that I shouldn't come to talk to?
I don't know.
Man.
You should probably be doing the things that your I don't actually know how that even works. Whatever your guild wants to do.
Well, right now they want me, well, our group to just walk around the town, I guess.
Get to know people. let people know that Thrack here is not an evil monster like the others of his species he's been brought into.
By the way, eventually you do realize that you're gonna have to be facing them down, right, Piplup?
Facing who down?
Your people, your kind.
Hmm.
We'll
What do you think?
cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Good. Then I wish you luck.
Well, thank you.
Well,
And I wish you luck with whatever you're doing.
Oh, I'm just a old Pokemon traveling around and gathering stories and exchanging stories for food.
I mean, you don't look that old.
You swear she blushed a little.
if you need food, you want my orange berry?
No,
You sure?
I usually prefer to earn my food. I tell stories to the little ones of the Chu family, and even of the Pooch family.
Oh.
Hmm.
And there's and then there's always all kinds of Pokemon coming from the other towns.
Like that was it Rune Town? Is that what people were saying?
Yes, Ruin Town to the north.
Okay. Where people thought that we came from.
Oh, it's because there's all kinds of strange things happening there. Like for instance, the chamber that talks.
Ooh.
Okay.
Or the hallway of lights.
Hallway of
Always
lights.
of lights.
Yes, it is a hallway where lights never go out. Even though it is fairly deep underground. I've actually been there myself. It's quite a sight.
How do the lights look like exactly?
Like light?
Right, but is that anything making light?
I wouldn't know. I was just there and I was in awe together with others who were there with me.
I wonder if we can find unknown.
And who?
The unknown, because that's the reason why they have the lettering for the signs. And they're considered like mysterious Pokemon, so I wonder if they could help us maybe get home one day. I'm thinking way too ahead. My guy just kind of
Oh
hit himself.
yeah,
I gotta think about
lady,
this.
do you know about the unknown?
Of course. Who doesn't?
I
You just asked me about them.
mean, yeah, because I just heard DJ talk about them.
There are Pokemon who establish our language here.
Ah, yes, the weird scribbles.
I'm fairly certain that they would not be happy about you calling them that.
I mean, back where we are from, alphabet looks quite different.
What's an alphabet?
So,
A written language,
yes, you.
symbols
have-
and signage to denote things.
Yes, that's an alphabet.
The
So-
unknown are very much like an alphabet.
I see. I had my doubts, but you definitely seem to be very strange individuals, and my interest in you has definitely not been misplaced.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
But yes, now you should go. I can tell that your future friends or rivals have just arrived.
Oh boy, rivalry.
Yay.
I don't think, yay.
Team Fluff is back.
Yes, goodbye then. We'll probably see each other some other time.
Indeed.
And I'm gonna wave at her and then go.
May Arceus be with you.
Okay.
Do take care.
Hmm.
Yay, back to happiness.
And I never expected to be called a heretic.
You need to play more mystery dungeon games.
I guess, like, I didn't know they actually did that in the Mystery Dungeon game.
They do, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
literally do.
apparently played the first one, so I'm like, what?
See, I actually didn't play the first one. You know, I played Explorers of Sky, where, you know, this is actually somewhat of a common thing. And from what I understand, they actually delve into the whole social stuff and religious stuff even more in Super.
Huh.
Yeah, the first one is the most tame by far.
I mean, holy shit, Explorers of Sky, last time I streamed it, not only did I have to talk a person down from suicide, but there was also like this big nihilism thing happening. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, these games get really crazy when it comes to the, like, just thinking about stuff and philosophy. You would not think philosophy in a Pokemon game, but here we fucking are.
I might
I
want
mean,
to try
that's
to play.
because it's not a mainline Pokemon game, so
Yeah.
it can actually do something exciting.
But yeah, you guys leave, and it's almost like you went, you know, into an entirely different world. As you know, everything is kind of nice, and you can see that most people are awake and active now. And in the distance, if you remember that one area that had like the little flagpole that was like checking, you know, the direction of wind,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that there's now 4 Pokemon there, looking at the town. And they have sweaters, and they have all kinds of equipment.
Oh boy.
That must be them.
Yep.
Is one of them the Mighty Anna?
Yes, the biggest one is the Mighty Anna.
Yep. Well, we just better go introduce ourselves, right?
Yep.
You can see them making their way into the town.
Well, I'm gonna slide off to the town then.
Oh my fucking god.
Right.
So Thrack, you're telling me that you wanna slide to the town ahead of your group?
No, with my group. Of
Oh.
course.
Alright.
Quick, Oreo, jump on Thrack's back and just go sliding with him.
Hell
I
yeah.
think I'll just walk.
Wait a moment, would that even work? You are like... You're 5 kilograms, and Nidoran is...
Heavy.
7! You would smother the poor guy.
Well, that's Cyndaquil. 7.9.
Fuck, I'm the smallest guy.
Yeah, you're a little
It's
penguin.
just Thrack. He might just enjoy it.
Daddy.
I mean, technically, I think Honedge is the lightest one.
He literally levitates.
Yeah.
But yes. You guys make it into the town as would you probably think is Team Fluff? Sorry. As would you assume is Team Fluff is arriving as well. So what you see is 4 Pokemon. You see Mightyena, you see Stuffle, Growlite, and Shinx.
Growlithe, Stuffle, Shinx, and my okay.
Yep. Very quickly upon arriving, before they can even look at you and say anything, you see a certain Poochyena just run towards Mightyena as she attempts to assault him with a hug. The 2 kids just kind of like running behind her, but because they are much smaller, it takes them a few.
Man.
The rest of the team just kind of giggles and they just like make their way towards you. So yeah, the rest of the team is looking at you.
Just kind
I'm gonna wave at them.
They're just kind of like looking at each other as you wave at them. And Growlite actually looks at you and says, "So, you with them?"
Yeah, with these 3 guys.
And you guys... You are with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
of team.
newbies from the guild, yeah.
Well... You know, I heard that we are in a bad way. I didn't expect we are this bad.
Yeah, I know, it's getting pretty bad when we get Piplups into the guild.
Yeah. Anyway.
Some people are jerks who can't, get with the times.
Anyway, so our leader is a little, he just looks behind him as, Mightyena and, Poochyena are just doing a thing.
Yep, he busy.
So he just, like, looks back at you and says, "So anyway, I am Growlite. Hi.
I grow
Hello.
Yep. This is Stuffle. Stuffle doesn't talk very much.
Hey, Stuffle.
Stuffle just waves. And, this is Shinx. Maybe Shinx would not talk
Shinx.
very much.
Oh, why?
Shinx, opens his mouth, and when he opens his mouth, you hear like a staticky voice that kind of sounds like when Thrack has connection problems.
Huh.
Yep. So it's always like that.
Weird.
Anyway, we are Team Fluff. What do you call yourselves?
Team Pathfinder.
Ah, Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Gosh, you guys are green. Anyway. Hopefully...
Kind of more of a tan color.
Huh.
Ha.
So, hopefully, for friendship, right?
Yeah.
And he extends his, his leg.
I will extend one of my little legs towards him.
And he shakes it.
Cyndaquil, pleasure to meet you.
Yep, same here.
I affectionately like to think of myself as the one holding us together, as their leader.
He looks behind himself and says, "Well, we do have a leader too. It's just, Anyway, huh?
Is it Wooloo?
No. Vulu is, she's kinda a member of our team.
Adorable.
She's kinda a member of our team. It's just, how to say this in a nice way?
She's adorable, and that's all what she's really got going for.
Well, she's also really nice. So it's very difficult to say anything bad about her.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Anyway, we should probably go to the guild.
Yeah.
Growlite and others, just start making their way to the guild. They do actually stop by Riolu and just give her hugs and just like talk for a few moments.
Did we talk to the Pikachu first? Like I'm trying to look at my.
I don't know. Should we?
I mean, we should be thorough on who we talk to, right?
I mean, right now I think we are supposed to go back to the guild.
Mm.
In the distance, you guys just hear the sounds of pain.
What?
We've got.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can see Mightyena being defeated by his kids.
That's
He-
freaking adorable.
He is completely defeated, even with the tongue out and everything.
Well, fuck.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, we should probably start going and catching up to those guys.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes. Sliding away.
Oh my god.
Just
It's
get used
never going to
Alright.
get old.
Nope, it's always gonna be a thing.
Put a no sliding rule in the town.
All because of you.
Man.
Anti-Piplup rules.
That's racist.
That has been this entire session. It's just not racist.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But yeah. Are you guys following, I guess half of the Team Fluff to the guild?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. So, you guys make your way to the guild. You know, Team Fluff are the ones who are gonna be opening the door. And, without saying too much, you guys make your way down. Where the very first thing that happens is Lopane is waiting down there to give them a hug.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, eventually you guys make your way to the main hall, where Staraptor is already waiting.
Dun dun dun.
Yep.
Dun.
Yep, so Staraptor and Gorolite just exchange a couple words, and basically the main thing is that Mightyena just needs to show up because he's the leader, and he needs to make a report. But based on what Gorolite said, it seems like the mission was successful and they have defeated the bad guy.
The bad guy.
Bad guy defeated.
Yep, 100 XP.
That's a lot of XP.
But yeah, eventually, after, the hugs and such are done, Staraptor actually turns towards you and say, alright, so have you guys talked to the Pokemon of Harvetown?
Yeah, we talked to some of them.
Alright. We expect you, Pathfinders and Team Fluff to be at least somewhat friendly to each other.
I mean, we met, we talked. It seems like they're nice folks. So
Well, what I'm trying to say is that they're actually experienced, where you are not.
oh,
Mm.
well, yeah, that. Well, I think it'd be smart to listen to them.
Anyway, so, like I said, today, you guys don't have to worry about anything really. You can do whatever you want for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, we actually have a mission for you.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know whether you have noticed, but I've been informed that someone has stolen our flag.
Yes, I was wondering if someone just took it off here or someone has stolen it.
No, overnight it seems it has been stolen.
How nefarious.
Yes. Now, thankfully, eyewitnesses have actually informed us who it was.
Oh.
You're gonna be going into a nearby mystery dungeon. And there's gonna be incredibly screaming children, Jesus!
Excuse me, sir. How do you know about Jesus?
I mean, a
Shut up.
school might as well be a mystery dungeon, but I don't think you can call it that.
Anyway, he's going to
My children are
continue.
just excited to be playing with their cousins.
Well, I'm glad they're excited, but ow.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyway, so you guys are gonna be going into a nearby mystery dungeon, which is a den of this evildoer, and you're gonna be doing two things there. One, beat him up.
Alright.
Alright? Make sure that he will not even think about doing something like that ever again. So that's number one. Number two, bring back the flag.
Alright.
Normally you will be able to choose your missions, but this is the one time you will not be choosing a mission.
That seems
Kind of
fair.
important.
A little bit of an emergency, mission.
Alright. So, the villain is known as Sneasel.
Oh.
We don't know why he stole the flag. As you are beating him up, please try to figure out why he did it. There's also one big danger in the general area.
Oh.
Yes, you see, we have reports of activity of enemy team in that area.
Oh.
Yes. A team known as Cool It.
Kool-Aid?
No, Cool It.
Cool it off. Like,
Just
Alright.
Cool It.
Come on, just cool it, Thrack.
Yeah, just Cool It. If you find this team, do not engage them in a combat. They are much more experienced than you are. They will probably win. But if you do have to engage them, try not to engage them in actual combat. Be smart about it. Alright?
Yep.
Good, good, good. Anyway, so that is for tomorrow. Today, it's alright. You can do anything you want. Oh, and by the way, Cyndaquil,
Yeah.
I have two extremely important items for you.
I am prepared.
Alright, first things first, he hands you a flare.
I will take the flare and put it in my bag.
These are our guild's specials. They are flares that you can light up with any kind of source of fire. And then they create light for a very long time, not to mention a lot of smoke. The smoke is colored. Alright?
Okay.
We should be able to see the smoke from great distance. If we see your flare, if we have any team on standby, we will send them to help you.
Alright.
Sounds good.
If you get in trouble, use it.
I can do that.
Alright. The second thing is this. And he actually puts his, talons on a box that was behind him and he slides it towards you.
hmm.
I will take the box and I will open it.
Alright, you open it and inside are 5 sweaters.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, a a certain fluffy individual mentioned that someone had been.
Oh, she just could not keep her mouth shut.
I just smile and says, I mean, can you really blame her?
No, I guess. Anyway, these are for you. They should keep you... Not only should they keep you warm, but they also show, for anyone, that you are part of our guild.
Oh. All right.
We had the name of your team knitted on the back of the sweaters.
Aw.
So, now officially I can actually welcome you at our guild. Make us proud.
Will do.
We will.
Yes.
Yeah, he just he just walks away. He walks away to grow light to just talk to him about something.
As he walks away, I am gonna double check. These are fire resistant, right?
He looks at you and says, "Of course."
Okay, I just didn't want to burn a gift.
But yeah. By the way, you can definitely tell that the Snorlax is walking down one of the corridors. You can also tell that the children are screaming.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, what colors are the sweaters?
Ooh, it's funny you mentioned that. Yours is blue. Riolu's is red. Nidoran's is yellow.
I think that's
Yours is orange, and Bim's is green.
Is Pimp really a sweater or just a sock without the tip of it?
It's like a, it kind of looks like a sheep warmer, right?
The leg warmer first.
Yeah.
The leg.
Man, I'm so blue right now.
Yes.
Appetite?
Yes.
No, don't do that. No. No. But yeah, so you guys have the rest of the day free. Is there anything you guys would wanna do?
What do we do?
Hmm.
You're now representing the guild though, so be careful.
That's
of course.
You.
Hmm.
It's hard to think of it. Because we really don't know what's around still. And we don't want to go too far from the village.
Yeah, like you could totally just go explore out there. You could totally, go back to the town and, I don't know, talk to people. You could, I don't know. You could just call it quits for today and just like skip until night until the next day. That's completely valid as well. I mean, holy shit, I do that a lot in Explorers of Sky.
Well, kind of look to our leader.
Yep, he's currently conversing. Oh wait, you mean Striker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, do you guys want to rest? I don't mind taking a little bit of a break.
I mean,
It might not be it might not be a bad idea to just, walk a little bit around the town just to see what's close by.
Yeah. Because, like, I'll be honest, what the hell do you want to rest from?
Yeah, you just walked for like an hour.
We didn't
Yeah.
do fucking anything, bro.
It's still morning.
No, it's still morning.
Yeah.
We spent like 2 hours walking and talking to people.
Yeah, like, where's your sense of adventure?
Oh my god.
I don't think we need to be doing too much adventuring, but getting out and at least walking around to see what we can see,
Yep.
knowing the sights and things like that might be useful.
And it would be really useful to have a map
Yeah, about
Oh.
that.
or a paper where I can draw a map.
Yeah, see, paper doesn't exist. Parchment does.
Oh my god.
I mean, parchment's basically paper,
Yeah.
just
Papyrus.
crumpier.
Wars.
Now, the weird thing is, for people who are actually aware of Mystery Dungeon, you were not given a map.
Hmm.
No wonder map is essentially a magical artifact.
Yes. And you were not given that this time around.
I mean, the only reason you got them in your other games was because you were with actually defined guilds.
Yeah, and this is a very, how to say this in a nice way?
Backwater
A
boosted town.
humble.
It's a humble
a
guild.
humble.
They gave you an orange berry. Be happy.
We got matching shirts, so we know it's official. They're not even technically matching.
I mean, the name is.
The name is, yeah, on the back.
Yeah.
On some of you, that name is much more readable than others.
I mean, yes, I'm gonna assume it's kinda hard to read on Nidoran, considering the fucking spikes.
No, I was actually thinking Riolu because Riolu has like no back. I mean, look at Riolu. Riolu has like literally like negative back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, how do you even lift, bro?
Says the
the thing,
person
I don't-
without hands.
That's the main part.
All it says on Riolu's back is just P dot.
What did they
No,
mean by this?
Pathfinder going up and down instead of left and right.
That's
Okay,
how I
yeah.
figured it was working on pimps.
But yeah, so what do you guys want to do? There's a lot of options.
Let's wobble out and explore. Adventure awaits.
Well, leader.
Let's go see what else we can find. See if there's anything anyone can do or needs for help.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna start wobbling towards the elevator, I guess.
So, as you make your way to the elevator, you see that it's going down.
Ooh,
We gotta wait.
Yep.
yes.
Eventually, it goes all the way down, and in the elevator you can see Mightyena.
I'm gonna wave at him.
I'll
You-
wait too.
He looks at you. He looks at all four of you. And then he just walks.
What a Chad.
Yep, he just walks. Though he will not do Lopane as he's walking past all of you.
Well,
Okay.
you could say that Growlite was a little warmer.
What the fuck? But yeah, he just walks past. He doesn't even care.
Man,
But the elevator is there if you wanna.
I'm gonna wobble onto the elevator.
Oh my god. He's just wobbling on everything.
Waddle.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
Waddle.
Waddle, waddle. Alright. Do you wish to use the elevator?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright. So, you guys go all the way up, and I assume out of the guild.
Yes.
Yep. And boom, you are like right outside of the town again.
What can my Piplup eyes see?
Well, you can see the town, lots of people there. In the distance, you can see over there are mountains. Over there are mountains. Over there, a forest. Over there are more mountains. And over there you can see mountains. And on top of those mountains is a mountain that has a big cave.
A strange feeling we're gonna have a boss fight at that mountain.
Yeah. And over there, more mountains.
What was the direction from the town that the Articuno shrine was?
It was to the south.
Okay.
Right, guys, so which way are we going? Because our choices are either forest or mountains.
Well, I could burn a lot more things in the forest. Let's go that way.
Why would you want to burn anything?
Well, things most likely in the forest are going to be that are dangerous are probably going to be more burnable than things in the mountain.
Alright. So do you wish to go into the forest?
That's my vote. Unless you guys have a desire to go into the mountain again, or up to the mountains.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to get back up to the mountains break out like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We don't know if the bridge is fixed.
I mean, if this is a time when we have a little bit of extra time.
I mean, we could go work on trying to fix the bridge.
Hell yeah. Right then, let's go to the bridge.
Alright.
Sounds like we're going back south.
Alright. So, who wants to roll me a d6?
Me.
Do it.
2.
2. Alright. So, as you guys are going through the snowy forest, you suddenly hear a yell. The yell yells, "Help! Help!"
Which way is that yell going out of?
Further into the forest. It is like southeast.
I think it's our whole prerogative to go help Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's go figure out what they need help with. The bridge will still be there, or won't be there, either way.
Wobble wobble.
Oh my fucking god, every time. Anyway, so you guys make your way towards the voice. The voice is a Caterpie that is inside a hole, and Caterpie cannot get out of the hole.
Aww.
The Caterpie just looks up as you guys look down and just says, "Help! I fell!"
How big is the hole?
It's like not actually that big. It's just the Caterpie is very small.
Right, is it big enough for me to like get into it?
Yes, you
Without-
can get into the hole.
And I'll be able to get back up.
Yes, you can literally climb out very easily.
Jump
Alright.
down, pick up the Caterpie, pass
Yeah,
it to
I'm-
one of us.
I'll pick up the Caterpie from you.
Alright.
All right, so you guys save the Caterpie. You can see the you can see that the Caterpie just has like your hearts just falling out of it as it goes. You saved me! I'm so happy. Thank you.
I'm gonna pat the Caterpie on the head. Of course, you need to be more careful, though, little one.
Yes, I was just looking for a place where I could just hide.
What are you
What?
hiding from?
Oh, the snow.
Huh.
The snow? You're wanting to hide from the snow.
Get the peanuts.
Oh, bug. Yeah, you don't do well with the cold, do you?
Yeah, not at all. It's horrible.
Well, you could always try going back into town. I'm sure you could probably, find somewhere warm there.
No, I cannot go into the town.
Why not?
Because I don't live there.
And where do you live?
Well, I used to live on this tree. Well, inside it, really.
Used to?
Used to.
Why don't you
happened to the
anymore?
tree?
This really big Snorlax dude, he came in and just cut it down, and then he just stole my tree.
Did he take it or did he eat it?
No, he just took it.
Snorlax.
I mean, we can try to find you another tree.
Yeah, we could do that.
Would you do that for me?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
But this tree's all, like everywhere, by the way, around you.
Yes, but maybe it needs the right kind of tree.
So, I'm gonna put my hand out to kind of let Caterpie crawl on me and put him on my head, so I can
Yep.
be up higher.
Yep, Caterpie will totally do that.
Since I am kind of, I think I'm the tallest.
Yep, you are.
Actually, is he?
Yep. I think he's the highest by 1
5.
feet.
0.4. 0.7. Oh god, you guys are so tiny. 0.4. Oh god. The fact that all of you are gonna grow into these like ridiculous sizes eventually.
Okay, so, well, let's start looking for a tree that looks good for you.
Alright, so I would like all of you to roll me a nature check.
Which
Oh boy.
Nature is insight, survival, and nature.
Wow.
I got 3 successes.
Oh shit, we actually have a person with 3.
Hold on.
One success, 2 fails.
So, I rolled the exact same thing as last time, a 6 and a 1.
Nice.
At least I'm
One.
consistent.
1 pass, 1 fail.
Alright, so most of you, you're pretty helpful. But it is actually Piplup that finds a tree that has a big hollow part to it.
Yeah, that tree looks just like that.
That is a nice tree.
Yep. Caterpie just like kind of like slides down and just like looks at all of it and says, "Oh, thank you very much. I will be careful not to be around any Snorlax with an axe."
It had an axe.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he said so.
Could we put like your name on the tree so that they know it's yours?
Well, that would be good, but I don't know how to write.
Well, I don't either, sadly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, Riolu, you know how to read and write, right?
I know how to read it, but I don't know if I might be able to write it.
All right.
So
I'm
is there,
gonna
like, a check for that.
I'm gonna give you a geopebble. It's probably sharp enough.
Okay. So, Finn,
Yeah?
so what do I do for just writing it in?
Well, do you know how to write in unknown language?
I mean, if I know how to read it, I'm pretty sure I can spell it.
Yeah, like if you can just show me that you can actually write it, right? Then yeah, you can totally just write it.
Okay. Like, okay. I'm like,
Here you go.
it's like, what? Here you go, what?
There you go.
Here you go.
Caterpie's house. Felt out
Nah.
an unknown.
You found that
Dig it.
thing quick. I was just about to go. Alright, well. I just write that in the tree.
Yo, Striker, did your kid just yell "fuck you," Thrack?
No, he said, I'm not a jerk.
Sounds like someone a jerk would say.
Wow.
No, my kids are interesting specimens of small humans.
Alright, so is that what you're writing on the tree?
Yeah, right above the where the hole would be.
Yep. Alright. So, once you do it, Caterpie just like you can see that Caterpie is like literally crying.
Man.
What? Oh, well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's our job to help others.
Caterpie actually like goes inside a tree, and then after a few moments, shows out of the tree, carrying an apple,
Ah,
and then offers the single one apple to you guys.
oh, well. I'll grab the apple since I have the hand right now. I'm like, okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
No, I thank you. You have helped me, and then you also gave me a new home. You're so much nicer than the Snorlax was.
Well, pretty sure that we know the Snorlax had a job to do, but still was probably should have asked before cutting it down suddenly.
But yeah, the Caterpie, just like bows down a couple times and then vanishes into the tree.
Okay.
Who wants the who wants the apple again?
Well, yeah, I have a bag now, so I'll put it in my bag.
All right, you put it in the bag.
Apple.
Your first apple, guys.
Single apple.
The first of many.
Well, we had one apple before, but we had to eat it.
See, the funny thing is that hunger mechanics do not come in until you guys are in a mystery dungeon.
Yeah.
You literally cannot starve even if you spend 10 days just at the guild.
Well, to be honest, the guild does give you food every night.
Well,
Wait, so I can just vibe just outside of the guild, not eating, and I can just stand there for eternity if I don't go inside a mystery dungeon.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
The guild will kick you out eventually if you don't do anything for them, though.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you guys want to continue towards the bridge?
Yes.
Alright. So, you guys, make it around the waterfall, and, when you look through the waterfall, you can see that, Puchiena and her kids are there, and they're, like, all happy.
Aw.
That's nice.
But yeah, you make it all the way to the bridge, and it's repaired.
no.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what Snorlax needed the wood for.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can see that there is a new tree stump that is like right next to the bridge where a tree would never grow.
Hmm. Well, so I guess we don't actually have anything to do with it anymore. Man. So, what now, guys?
The group suddenly has no idea what to do.
Again.
We want to explore more of the forest?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right, who wants to roll me a d6?
Uh,
I'll do it this time. 6.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So, you guys are kind of just like vibing through the forest.
Vibing with life.
Yep. And then suddenly, you find an entrance into a cave.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
In front of, give me a second. In front of the cave, you can see that there is a sign.
Okay.
Give me a second. There you go. Oop. Yes, I am not a robot.
What?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, the thing was asking me.
Are you sure you're not a robot? Have you ever been able to prove that?
Well, right now with my internet, I'm not even sure, man. Alright, this is on the sign.
Warning: mystery dungeon inside. Only
enter
when absolutely needed.
Yeah.
You guys have found your
Oh.
first mystery dungeon.
I don't think
Huh.
we're ready to take on a mystery dungeon just yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm-
we're gonna be going to one anyways tomorrow, but let's keep this like in our memories.
Yeah, like inside the cave, you guys can see that there's a weirdly high amount of mushrooms.
Oh no. No,
Are
I
they-
had fucking PTSD. Please, no.
Are the mushrooms orange with like white and yellow spots?
Well, yes, but there's also like purple ones, red ones, green ones, blue ones.
Okay, so it's just not it's just a bunch of pears.
No, it's not just a bunch of parrots. Oh my god. It's all the entire dungeon is just the walls of Paris.
Guys,
It's a bunch of pears. Parasect.
I don't want to fight Shroomish.
No shroomishes.
No. I have
No
fucking PTSD from then.
But yeah, if you guys have any kind of like way of taking notes, I recommend you guys either that you have found a mystery dungeon, and the mystery dungeon is called the Fungal Cave.
Yeah.
Fungal cave.
Fuck
Okay.
this place.
Well, we found this, and it's near the bridge. So we should probably remember it. Maybe tell the guild about it.
I mean, if there's a sign here, they probably already know about it, right?
True.
That's how the mystery dungeons work, like, right?
Who knows?
Mhm.
I don't know, Oreo. How do mystery dungeons work?
They're a mystery. Ooh.
Ah.
He said the thing. It's a mystery dungeon.
Fungal caves.
But yeah, so what do you guys want to do with this dungeon? Do you wish to enter? Do you wish to move away?
Let's move away and explore some more.
By the way, the way this works is the thing will not basically the story will not move until you guys return to the guild and basically rest for the night.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we retreat from a mystery dungeon once we start?
Not
No.
without a very specific orb.
Oh.
We have none of those.
Yeah, there's a orb called Escape Orb, right? You use that and you teleport out of the dungeon.
I'm assuming escape ropes aren't a thing either.
Nope, like I said, there is an orb for that, not a
That's the
rope.
orb.
Yeah. Now
Orbs
there is actually one more way to escape from a dungeon, but I'm not gonna tell you about that one because it's a little secret that I think only Oreo knows.
No, the only true thing there is to unstickify your items. Clearly the most useful use.
And also pay for loot boxes. They keep giving you orange berries.
You never said they'd be worth it.
But sometimes you get DMs per move, so it's very good.
You also can get evolving stones out of it.
Yep. Anyway. So yeah, you guys return to the forest. What would you like to do now?
Do you want to explore some more?
I mean, what else we gotta do?
I mean, I want to, but part of me is like, that seems like that's a trap. If I ever saw one.
I mean, yeah, let's just explore the forest, not the cave. Obviously, we're not gonna go into the mystery dungeon right now.
Well, yeah. Let's check the forest a little bit more. Who knows? We might find more dungeons to come and check later.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Right, who's rolling now?
All right, yeah. Who wants to roll a d6 on what you guys find?
I'll do it.
Okay, do it.
You have to
Okay,
save
there.
Caterpie again.
4.
It's a 4.
Oh boy! Oh shit! Oh shit! I didn't even have combat music already.
Oh no.
No, really?
I didn't even have combat. I don't have combat music on hand. Shit!
Then do we avoid you?
No! Fuck! I need combat.
God damn it.
Grab like the bluff background music.
Yeah, give me a second.
One of the low level places.
I have boss fight music. I have several boss fight music. Well, the best solution is just stop music. Alright, guys.
Yes.
Congratulations. As you guys start exploring through the forest, you suddenly see one of the bushes nearby move.
Fuck, it's the bushes.
I'm about to be bushwhacked.
The bush moves in your way. And then from the bush, you can hear a voice, and the voice says, "Give me all of your apples, if you know what's good for you."
We don't have any apples.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Striker?
I said we don't have any apples.
Wow, you were so loud suddenly. Give me a moment. So I guess that would be you using your allure for this. So use your beauty together with contest and allure.
All right. I've got 2 in beauty and 3 in contest. So I need 5 dice. So I need another one.
Yep, give me a moment. Boop.
Your best stat. There you go.
All right. There's a 1, 2, 4, 6, and 6.
Alright, give me a second.
3
So,
successes.
we have 3 successes. Alright, what is the defensive on you? It is... How many successes did you have? 3. That means he literally has to pass all 3. And he failed, okay.
He
So-
failed 2 of them.
Okay, so, from the bush, an Ivysaur walks out. He looks at you
Hi
and
there.
says, he looks at all of you and says, you don't have apples?
No.
We are like new here.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
Hey, you think maybe you wanna help us out? Be friends with us?
I don't know. I never made any friends.
I kind of big, scooch my way up to him and offer a hand. Says, "Well, I'll happily be your first friend."
Ivysaur is very confused.
Hi, I'm Cyndaquil, but my friends call me David.
Hi Cyndaquil. I'm Ivysaur.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ivysaur.
See, this is...
I offer one of my front paws out to shake.
Alright, so this is really awkward because normally what happens is I jump out of the bush, then I use my whip to whip the Pokemon and then steal all of the apples.
Well, for 1, we don't have any apples, and 2, I would enjoy that way too much.
you just look at Striker like, what?
Ivysaur turns around and just says, "No, nope, nope, nope."
I don't blame you.
Yep, he just walks into the bushes and vanishes.
Bye, Ivysaur. It was nice meeting you. I look at it as what? Sometimes the truth can be embarrassing for someone else if you're completely comfortable with it.
Alright, we are not doing combat.
I just want to kink shame him.
That's fine. He can king shame only once. Doesn't bother me any.
Right, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, combat resolved. I guess.
Peaceful.
Yay? Question mark?
Victory?
You know, it's just my beauty and allure, you know?
That noise I just heard.
So
Oh,
what do you guys want to do?
Explore some more.
Oh, by the way, discounted as a difficult thing, so...
It's cool.
Striker, 2 XP.
Sweet.
Yeah. As Striker is breathing into the microphone.
Sorry.
And also...
Alright. Getting bumped.
Also, all of you get 1 XP.
That's other than me,
Yay.
right?
Yeah, you get 2 and then 1. You. Striker.
So I get 3 in total?
Yes.
6.
Oh,
If I want it, I can get a new skill.
Yep. All right, my wonderful
Um,
friends.
Think we should tell the guild about the Ivysaur that don't, I guess, jumping people for apples?
I mean, we probably should.
Yeah, we can always talk about it whenever we get back.
Yeah, I mean, just making out a mental check to, like, possibly tell them that this happened.
Yeah, that seems like probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, what do you guys want to do now? You can see that the sun is right above you right now.
Ah, so it's noon.
It's neon.
Noon.
Oh my fucking
try
god, someone
find
had to
some-
do it.
I mean, we can explore some more, right, guys?
Yeah. And maybe find some other people that we can help out here.
Right. Oreo, roll the die.
5.
Ooh, 5. What is 5 again? Oh, 5. Okay. All right. Oreo,
Yes.
as you guys are kind of just, walking through the forest, right? You find out that one of these trees still has one oranberry on it.
Oh.
The problem is, it is a very tall tree.
How tall?
It is... So you have to understand, right? You are not even a meter tall, right? And these trees, like 10 meters in the air.
They're fucking huge.
They're huge, big, thick. And this is the first oranberry on a tree that you have seen in your entire time here, actually.
Snorlax ate the rest.
Yes.
Curse you,
Wow.
Snorlax.
God
We
damn
might
it.
not be able to get that, but Caterpie might be able to.
Ben,
Yes.
I want to pound the tree to make the berry fall.
I'm sorry.
You can't just use horse tactics here.
I mean,
Why
Why
not?
not?
okay, so first things first, roll me your dexterity plus fight plus brawl.
Right, so that's 2.
Alright. And give me a second, I need to check the difficulty for this. Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, you hit. A roll. Actually, so you will roll your strength plus 2.
Alright. 8, total of 10.
Okay, so the way that works is you basically do 1 damage, right? Because you have a success. And then what you do is you add the 2. So you do 3 damage to the tree, which... Is that enough? Oh my god, LB, that was 3 HP exactly. So what you guys see is that your Piplup friend, right? As you guys are like thinking about like all of these strategies, how you're gonna go about this, Piplup just walks up to it and just starts fucking punching the living shit out of it until the oranberry starts falling.
Can I point out that he's got flippers, so he probably just slaps the ever-living fuck out of it?
Yeah. Now, we do have a problem though.
Catch.
Yeah. Someone else has to catch the berry.
Agility.
The way that works is you will roll dexterity plus fight together with clash.
I could try to catch
Someone
it.
else do that.
I'll
I
do
got 2
it.
dexterity.
Alright, do it.
I got 2 decks, 2 fight.
I would have 1 dice to roll.
So
Yeah, Riolu has the best chance.
Oh my god, he catches it!
Oh, fuck.
Congratulations! You have another Oranberry, another heal.
Hey.
You guys are
I
just
gave it to-
preparing.
I gave it to Thrack because he's the one that macked it.
Okay, you can definitely exchange items.
I was like, oh, you put it in my thing. I was like, where is it?
Wow, congratulations!
And I'm actually gonna give it to Oreo since he technically found it.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's passing hands.
And yet Riolu is the only one with hands.
Man.
Alright.
Let's keep going.
Yep, you can do this 2 more times if you want to. Before
Let's do it.
it's too late.
That's true. Let's do it.
we are
two more
going
times.
to turn this forest into a mystery dungeon at this rate.
Oh no.
We are.
I'm on a
Alright.
roll.
Do it.
Do it.
It's a 2.
Number 2 is... That is a random event. Let's have a look.
Right,
What
in the
I-
battle.
What are you going to get?
Something random.
Oops! Oops! So which one of you here has... Which one of you here has the lowest survival stat?
I've got 0.
Okay, we have 0.
I have 1.
I have 2.
I have 2.
Alright, so Striker.
Uh-huh.
As, you know, as the group is kind of like walking, right?
Mhm.
So you are the leader, right? That means you're probably at the front, right?
Probably.
And as the group is walking, the ground beneath you suddenly gives and you fall into a hole.
Pit trap.
It is a pit trap.
I wonder if this is what happened to Caterpie.
Could I attempt a dexterity to jump out of the way?
Actually, I can check what you are supposed to do with this. Give me a moment, sorry. That is... Where is it? Ah, there we go. So you have to roll Avoid Trap. And Avoid Trap is Smart plus Survival plus Nature.
It's the
We have
same.
1.
I've got 1.
Oh,
Well, good luck.
I've been rolling a lot of 6s. Get lucky 6.
Oh my god, he did it! He only needed
God.
1! Alright, so no, actually, the ground beneath you doesn't... it does give, but you were smart enough to notice it, and you just step away as the ground, in a perfect circle, falls down.
It's all circle.
Wow. That could have been bad.
Yeah. How deep does it look like?
It looks enough for a Cyndaquil to potentially break something.
Ooh.
And you can actually see that down there, there's some bones.
Ugh.
Ooh. Well, shit.
Yeah, you're not the first victim. Alright, Striker,
Yes.
you get 1 XP.
I'm just getting all sorts of XP today.
Alright, what do you guys want to do now?
We can explore one last time.
You could explore one last time, or you could return to Harftown.
I say we explore one last time. You guys
Okay.
agree? I'll roll it again.
Actually, do you guys actually agree?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That's my bad. Well, it's a 5 now.
So, what did you get? 5.
5. another random event?
Oh, okay. Give me a second, I need to check this. Alright, I need you to roll me another d6.
Me?
Yes.
Three.
Alright, so it is going to be this one. Alright. So, as you guys are walking, through the forest, you find what appears to be a pond, and next to the pond you can see two mudkips.
Oh.
And the mudkips are currently, they seem to be having an argument that is getting a little heated up.
Oh boy.
What would you like to do?
Let's step in.
Do you wish to step in?
Yeah.
Whoa, what's going on here?
All right. So you guys step closer to the pond, and then you hear both mudkips going, "I found it first. It's mine." And then the other one says, "I saw it first. I shot it. It was mine." And then the first one goes, "Mine. Mine."
What are you guys talking about?
They both look at you at the same time and says, "Intruder. What do you want? Do you want it? It's ours. It's mine.
Do I want what?
The apple."
I mean,
Oh.
you can have it for all I care.
Then why are you here?
I mean, we just walked here.
Then you should probably keep walking.
Alright, rude.
What's stuck up your butt?
Apple.
I see you have an apple. Is that all that you're all upset about?
Yes.
Okay, a little weird, but I vibe with that.
You see, I found his apple. And he says that it's his just because he got it out of the tree.
Okay.
But-
And did you tell him that there is an apple?
Yes.
So doesn't that mean that it's technically both of yours? Since both of you worked towards getting it?
The other one just says, "No, I worked hard for it. He just saw it."
I mean, yes, but if he didn't tell you that he saw it, then you wouldn't know about it, and
The-
you wouldn't get it down.
The first one just says, "He's right. See? The stranger,
And-
he's smart."
Yes, and you probably wouldn't get it if he wouldn't get it down. Is that right?
That is wrong.
Oh, how is that wrong?
I would wait for the apple to fall.
No, I don't think it would fall anytime soon.
I mean, does it actually progress if there?
So what do you say?
Just going off of the you don't age or anything, it's like, will it actually move if you just stay there?
Huh?
I'm making a stupid joke. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But that could have you waiting for a long time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like I said. So,
What if
Doesn't
someone else
that-
comes along wanting to get it?
yeah.
Then I would fight them.
Well, but you didn't need to fight them because both of you together got this one apple down.
Is there something you want to get with your apple?
Eat.
I mean, if both of you want to eat it, why don't cut it in half?
They both look at you like you are the biggest idiot on the planet. And then they both at the same time say, "We cannot just cut it in half."
Why not?
Because then we would not have an apple.
You each have
Yes.
half an apple.
We would have half an apple. It's half a flavor.
Okay. How about this? I'm gonna look up. Do they both have a hand on the apple?
The apple is between them. It's on the ground.
I'm going to reach in my bag. I'm going to take out my orange berry and put it next to the apple.
They're both looking at the orange berry.
How about this? Now each of you, one of you has an apple and one of you has a berry. Or you could split both of them and then you have 2 flavors each.
The one on the left points at the orange berry and says, I will have the berry. And then the one on the right just points at the berry and says, no, I will have the berry.
Well, like I said, why don't you cut both in half?
You cannot just cut a berry in half.
Why not?
Because then you have how to flavor.
Yes,
But if
and
you
then
add it with the
have-
apple, then you have more flavor.
Do berries and apples go well together?
Oh, they are
They do.
delicious.
They both look at you and say, do you know how to cut apples?
And we pull out the cardboard cutout of Pimp's character and use that to cut the apple and berry.
No.
Can he
You
use
know it's sword
the...
shaped?
No.
I mean, I still do have that Geopebble.
You do.
I could try to cut it with that.
I mean, it would take you a few minutes, but yeah, you could totally cut it with the pebble.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Okay, Romeo
I'm
logic.
gonna give up my berry since we're doing this.
Oh
Yes.
god, just logic?
Yeah, just logic.
Oh fuck.
1 much.
4. It's a success.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully cut the berry.
Alright.
Oh, now the apple.
Yep, now the apple.
Oh
Let
god.
one of the 2 who have 2 logic try and cut it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who has 2 logic? Oh, almost everyone. Yeah, you guys got it.
Alright. So I'll try to cut it.
Okay.
Let me move over here.
This would be much easier if you actually had proper tools.
2
2
successes.
successes.
Oh my god, yeah, you cut it. Now you have 2 halves of an apple and of a berry.
I give each half of the berry to each mudkip.
This has changed everything. With this cutting, we can share. Yes, we can share. Thank you, strangers. You have
Of
changed.
course.
You have changed our worldview.
Well, I'm glad I could help improve your lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well
then
then.
they then look at the house and then they look at each other and just says, "You should eat the first." No, you should eat the first.
Oh god.
How about both of you eat at the same time?
That is a brilliant idea. And they just start eating at the same time.
Alright.
Uh,
We should probably get home now.
yes. I'm gonna wave them goodbye.
All right. Do you wish to go back to the Half Town?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You make your
As we
way. Yes, Oreo?
As we go back, I want to give Striker my extra orange berry I have to replace the one that he lost.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
all right. So,
Power of friendship.
you guys make your way back to the town.
Yes.
It is like late-ish afternoon at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that the town is slightly less populated right now. Most people are probably inside. It's kind of cold. Next to the bonfire, you can actually see Vulpix together with the couple of Mightyena and Puchiena, who are very close to each other, by the way. And you can actually also see the Pikachu there.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, every now and then you can see Vulpix just like breathe some fire in.
Hmm.
What would you like to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do, our glorious leader?
Do we want to head back to the guild then?
Yeah.
Seems like a good time to do that.
Yep.
What about you, Oreo? What would you like to do?
Following the group.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the guild, and inside the guild, you can see that Team Fluff is now fully operational. At the guild. The officer nor the guild master are anywhere to be seen right now. Also, Mightyena is not down here either. You know that Mightyena is actually at the bonfire.
Yep. Hmm.
But yeah, you can see Snorlax, you can see Lopunny, and you can see Growlite. Growlite is currently in the process of taking a piece of parchment of the wall.
All right.
What would you like to do?
What is Snorlax doing?
Snorlax is currently in the process of eating.
Ah. All right. Better not to get in the way.
Don't get in the way of the Snorlax and his food. That's a tokenism right there.
Seems like advice to live by.
But yeah, you can see that he has like a hat. He has a belt with all kinds of tools. He seems to be keeping himself busy.
That's good. Hmm.
Yep. In this main chamber, like I said, you can see Growlite. Growlite just took the parchment and seems to be going towards the opposite side of the area, probably towards Team Fluff's room. Lopunny is mostly just kind of like vibing around. And again, no Staraptor nor Sylvana anywhere to be seen.
Alright, I'm gonna approach the Lopunny.
Alright, you approach the Lopunny. Upon seeing you, she smiles and just kind of lowers herself a little bit because, you're much smaller than she is. And she says, "Hi there."
Hello. Also, Cat, how much taller is she than me?
Give me a moment. Lopunny. How tall is Lopunny?
Oh, she's 3 feet 11.
Give me a second. On average, yeah, she is 1.2 meters.
And she's 3 times as tall as me.
Yep. So, like I said, she like lowers herself so that she can talk to you.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, not much.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a calm day. What about you?
We've been running around the forest.
All been keeping you so busy.
Yeah, we found a caterpillar that needed some help.
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Ah,
Yes. Yes, sorry. Yeah, apparently his tree got cut down, so we found him another tree.
oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you helped.
We've also found an Ivysaur that tried to steal apples from us.
An Ivysaur.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he told us that he usually beats people with his things and then steals apples from them.
yes, that's definitely horrible. I'm gonna have to mention that to the officer.
Yeah, and we've also found one of the mystery dungeons.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, we found a mystery dungeon.
Which
yeah,
one?
the fungal cave.
Oh, that one. Yeah, we know about that one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that one is a little bit nasty, so you should be careful around it.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume a lot of shroomish.
Well, yes, but there's also more.
God.
But inside that mystery dungeon, there's supposed to be a big treasure.
Ooh, shiny.
Quite literally.
Oh. Alright, that definitely got my attention.
I don't know why I spaced it. Did we mention that the Caterpie had lost its home to a Snorlax that cut down its tree?
Oh yeah, I didn't mention the Snorlax.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. Yeah, the Snorlax, the Caterpie we helped. It said its home was taken away a tree cut down by a Snorlax.
Huh. Hey, Snorlax, do you know anything about it? Snorlax, by the way, stops eating, very slowly looks at you guys and says, yes.
Well, that wasn't very nice of you.
I needed the tree.
Well, you could have checked to see if anyone was living in it first.
They should have had a sign.
Well, they
Now
have a sign
they
on their
do.
tree now.
I make all the signs.
Well, we made their sign.
We just kinda carved a sign into their tree.
Good. The world needs more signs.
Yep, I can agree on that.
Yeah.
Is this a sign to make more signs?
Oh no. Fucking signception over here.
You can never go wrong with signs.
Except the movie signs.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
But yeah, Lobani looks at you and says, so anything else exciting happened?
I mean, we've also, like, the only other thing was we found two Mudkips fighting for an apple.
Ah, that's a very classic. That's a classic. We have a lot of mudkips around, actually.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. There is a cave where you guys are gonna be going to tomorrow. Well, it's not really a cave. It's more like a big ruin that's like covered in water.
Ooh.
Yep. And that's where you guys are gonna be going tomorrow.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Oh,
there's a lot of mudkips down there.
all right.
And at this time of the year, they actually get a little bit, not aggressive, but I guess even more stupid.
I mean, yeah, the ones that we've met didn't really grasp the idea of sharing between the two.
Yeah. Get used to that over here, by the way.
Yes, we had to explain to them that they both worked on getting the apple, and then we had to cut the apple in half for them.
Gosh, that was an extra stupid once.
Yeah.
We also, gave him a berry to kind of show because they didn't want to have just half an apple.
Oh. Oh, I know this is going to sound kind of bad, but you should be kind of careful about being too good. Too nice.
I mean, it's alright, we found more berries.
Yeah. Also, I kind of felt bad for him.
Oh. It seems, like I said, it seems like you guys were very busy.
Yup.
I'm glad that you guys are getting into the whole guild business stuff. The last new team that we had, well, they lasted about a week.
Ooh.
Then they left.
Well, I hope we are gonna last longer.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, right now the bet actually goes more against you.
Oh, what's the bet?
I think right now in the bank there's 12 apples on whether you will survive or die.
Well,
Yo, Striker, do you still have that one apple?
You had the apple. Oh, no, I don't have any apples.
Who had the apple?
Riolu.
Oh. DJ.
yes, I have the apple.
So, where's that bank?
She just like looks at the box behind her and says, "It's right here."
Alright. Come here, DJ.
Okay.
Is it like separated for two sides?
Yes.
Alright. Which one is that we die?
The bigger one.
Alright, I'm DJ, put this
Yeah.
apple on the side where we survive.
By the way, you can tell that there are actually 2 apples on the side where you survive.
Oh. Hey, Lopani, who put the apples on us?
Oh, one of them is from me.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, and the other one is actually from the guild master.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, Staraptor put 2 in the fact that you die.
Oh,
Well, of course.
so where do I
Well,
put
we
the
just have to prove him wrong. Or maybe he expects us to bet and prove him wrong.
Yeah,
It's not against the rules to bet on the fact that we will survive, right?
I mean, that would be kind of weird if you put a bet where you don't survive. Like, that would be rigging, right there.
Yeah, that would be too suspicious. DJ, put the apple.
I just put the apple on the side we live.
Alright.
Yes.
I don't know where that's actually gonna go right now. So
Yes, so I'm just gonna take the apple.
Yeah,
from you.
yeah. Just keep it in the middle.
okay.
Alright. Well, I do wish you luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I still remember my first ever mission.
Oh, how was it?
Oh, it was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, I was the only one who survived.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, shit.
Yeah. So, long story short, there was an enemy team from an enemy guild, and they cause an earthquake in the dungeon.
On purpose?
Yes.
Are they stupid?
Yes.
Who in their right mind starts an earthquake under Earth?
Stupid pony. The stupid ponies. Oh god, did I just say ponies? Oh no. No, stupid Pokemon.
Yeah, they were especially stupid.
But to be honest, at the time I was much younger. I wasn't even a Lopunny at the time.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I was a little baby like you.
man. If you only knew how old I am.
Yep. And now I'm big and strong. I can break iron with my bare attack.
Ooh. Impressive.
What? You think I'm sentry just because I'm cute?
I mean, I never seen you in action.
Well, hopefully you're not gonna have to see me in action.
Aw.
She's going to lower herself even further, and she's going to whisper in your ear, "I'm actually probably the most powerful one here in the guild."
Oh. Well, heck. Well, hopefully one day we'll be as strong as you.
Well, I sure hope so. Just make sure that when you get strong, don't forget where you started.
Yep.
Don't do stupid shit.
I mean, I usually do something stupid.
No, I mean like, don't go around causing earthquakes in a dungeon for shits and giggles.
Oh, no, I'm not that stupid. Don't worry, half of the time I'm actually smart.
Good. But yeah, so what would you guys like to do now?
Well, probably head back to our room, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Alright. All of you wanna return to your room?
Well, probably wouldn't be a bad idea for Striker to try and talk with Guildmaster, but
Oh yeah, is the guildmaster in? Probably should check in with him.
Well, the only one who can actually even attempt to talk to him is you, so...
Well, if he's in, I was just okay.
Are you okay, Striker?
Just been very busy with my nieces or my niece and nephew running behind me.
It's okay, just use a rope and just rope them to the nearby wall.
Right?
Or if you have one of those like really funky ceiling fans, right? What I would recommend is just like wrapping the rope around one of the blades and then just like putting it around them.
No. One, I think they'd probably break the ceiling fan, and two, that might hurt them.
But yeah, so what do you guys want to do?
You know, I'll go check in with the guildmaster. Let him directly, I guess.
Alright. So, you make your way to the guildmaster's room. What would you like to do?
Children.
Children. I guess I'll knock.
Alright, you knock. From inside, you can hear, weirdly enough, you can hear a Staraptor's voice saying, "In a moment."
With
takes
that
about-
weird voice.
It takes Wow. Wow.
He took that in the moment quite literally.
Fuck.
Oh god.
And I took that personally.
What the? What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, what the heck?
My tabletop just kind of killed itself.
Fucking Staraptor killed you through the door.
Right?
He just opened the door and hit you on the nose.
Oops. Oops. Fractured skull. Oops.
Yeah, we didn't need that anyway.
But yes. So, it takes about 2 minutes of waiting for the door to finally open. And being Staraptor, who looks like he has very ruffled feathers.
Aww.
He looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
Coming back from the day, we found a dungeon that apparently you guys already knew about, the fungal dungeon.
Ah, the fungal cave.
Yes, fungal caves.
You didn't go inside, right?
I mean, I'm standing here in front of you, right?
No, I mean inside a cave.
Well, I didn't think we'd be able to handle that kind of cave, so we decided not to go in.
Smart. See that? That is how you will potentially survive long enough to actually being good.
But so we decided that would be a smart move not to go in there, so we didn't. We traveled around a little bit. We found a Caterpie that had lost its tree. Snorlax apparently cut it down. He didn't check. He just cut it down. We found it a new tree. Well,
That sounds like Snorlax, let's be honest.
I mean, we found him a new tree, and then we made him a new sign that said it was his house.
Alright.
We came across an Ivysaur that was trying to hustle us or mug us for apples.
Oh, not him again.
I told him we didn't have apples and convinced him not to bother us.
Well, good work. If you ever see him again, if possible, could you beat him up and bring him over?
Sure.
Because he's been kind of causing trouble, and I have actually been unable to find him.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Alright.
We came across some mudkips who were fighting over an apple.
Ah, that's a very common sight over here.
Yep, we figured out that they wanted to eat the apple, but they both wanted to eat the apple. So we instead gave them a berry, and we split the apple and the berry so that they could share it.
You know, for Cyndaquil, you are very calm.
Well, yeah. I'm a fairly cool-headed Cyndaquil, I guess you could say.
Good work. Well, heck.
And so yeah, and just kind of did some exploring in the woods today and came back.
Well, I'm glad that you... Well, if nothing else, you were at least a net positive on the woods.
Yeah. The ivory source still out there, so maybe get someone out there who might be able to convince him to actually stop
See,
being a jerk.
normally we would be sending Team Fluff on that, but I'm keeping them on standby in case you guys get in trouble tomorrow.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, I guess, yeah, we'll be honest. There's a good chance we might find ourselves in plenty of trouble.
Yep. Not to mention, Mighty Anna definitely should be with his kids for a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, anything else?
I don't think there's any more that we need to bring up with you. I figured tomorrow we'll either check in on one of the dungeons, or maybe go see if we could work on helping fix that bridge up.
We've been at the bridge and it's fixed.
Oh, I must have missed out when was being pulled away. So never mind. We'll probably go check up on one of the dungeons tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow you guys are gonna be going on a mission.
Oh, right. That's what it was. Not a dungeon, a mission. Well, if that's everything, I guess we'll head back and rest up and be ready for tomorrow.
Oh, surely you're gonna be getting yourself some food, no?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you should be taking your team to the dining area.
Will do. And I give a salute.
All of you are doing that.
It's something from where we came from.
Oh, it's kind
It's
of.
a sign of respect.
Yeah. All right. By the way, you can see that there's like weird Sylvian mental bits, essentially, like kind of like all around him.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Well,
but yeah,
I'm gonna head back.
but yeah, he just like looks at it and says, "So is that everything?"
I think so.
All right.
I'm going to head back to my team, and I might have to mute myself for a little bit. There's a crying nephew.
We can definitely tell.
Well, kind of glad Pimp's not here for that one.
Oh.
Guess what kind of joke he would have made.
Eh. But yeah, so do you guys want to go to the dining area?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you guys make your way there, and well, you can see that there's already plates with an apple for every single one of you.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah. You can even see that there is another Pokemon there eating.
Oh.
Yeah, the Stuffle. He's eating.
Oh.
Awesome.
Well,
Well.
Yep, when you guys arrive, Stuffle actually stops eating and just waves at you.
I'm gonna wave at him back.
I'll wave back as well.
Yeah, and then immediately returns to his meal. Would you like to eat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, it is an apple, but it's better than nothing, honestly. It's a meal.
Yes.
It will fill your belly. Quite literally.
Mm. Belly.
I mean, we are kind of small.
Yes.
so there are only 4 apples or 5 apples?
There were 5.
Should we collect the one that was for
Yeah, I'll hold
Honedge?
on to Tim's apple, and we can give that back to give that to him when he comes in.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright, give me a second. I know one of you has an apple.
In the middle.
And Jasmine are gonna be sleeping on
Oh,
this
okay.
downstairs. Yeah. So probably swing into the bathroom.
Boop. There you go.
And I will just eat the apple that is for me and hold on to his.
Okay.
Yep.
Everything seems to be at peace and everything is nice.
And then it's war.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
Yep. After the dinner, you guys are free to go back to your room and take a nice nap.
Alright.
And because this is the end of the session, all of you get 2 XP.
Sweet.
Yay!
Oh.
Yeah, at the end of
And-
every session you get 2 XP, so that there's no matter what, there's progression.
Alright. We level up.
So you don't exactly, based on the original core rulebook, right? You don't exactly level up. More like you get XP, right? And you basically spend it here.
Ah. Okay.
And if evolution is basically every single time you spend XP, you essentially sort of level up.
Okay.
Now you don't actually get like extra HP or anything like that upon leveling. You know, you actually get that through one of your stats, the vitality, I believe it's called.
Can I see my page for Riolu?
What the gen is Riolu?
Gen 4.
Okay, give me a moment. That's the wrong one. 4. Okay, what number?
Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Because I honestly forget which one it is. Let's see.
So the specialties are the like brawl, channel, clash, all those things.
Yes.
Okay.
Riolu is number 447.
447?
Yes.
Wow, I was almost there. Almost hit it. Ooh, I'm so close. There it is. There's Riolu.
Okay. Thank you. I can get counter.
Yeah, so basically, the way it works actually, you know, upon me actually properly reading it, is the number there is the experience cost. So you basically spend that XP and you get that move. Now, you can only have 4 moves, except for when you can have more, because this is Mystery Dungeon. Yo, Aries, you literally just got off work and we are just about to end.
Man.
Memes. By the way, you can totally join us in VC if you wanna. Anyway. So yeah, basically, you know, you will be getting these moves as you'll, you know, as you basically spend XP.
Okay.
But you do need to unlock them as they go.
Okay.
Right? So you cannot you cannot just like save up your XP and then get like, I don't know, final gambit, right?
Yeah.
You need to basically like go kind of like, and then like forget
from-
previous moves, kind of like in Pokemon, right?
For me, it would be counter, then feint, then force palm.
Yeah.
Can I see the card for counter just so I can read what it does for this game?
Okay, give me a moment. Counter is fight. Search.
Don't know if it's. It might be a special. I don't know.
Found it.
Okay.
Yep. Here is counter.
Okay. Let's see.
I wish these cards would be a little bit bigger, but then they would not fit in the thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding this. How do we? So what would I do to increase fight or survival?
Oh,
Your survival.
Give me a
it would be
second.
skill. Survival would be skill, I think.
Give me a second. Yeah, survival is a skill. Oh
With
gosh.
how often we roll that might be worth it. Might be worth it to put a point into that.
Why? But I put a point into nature, because I also we roll a lot of nature.
Oh, by the way, everyone, remember how much XP you guys have spent.
Oh,
It is important for some of yours evolutions, for instance.
alright. So, Finn, can I have Pokédex for Piplup?
What gen?
4th then.
Oh, so it's like this. I'm pretty sure I already have this copied in this. Give me a moment. Yep, it's because, you know, we have fucking review.
Yep.
A second.
It's 393.
So I just want to make sure I get this. I'm understanding this right. I
There
put
it
a
is.
point in nature. I will get a point in survival.
No.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
by the way,
let's check.
important thing is the specializations, right? They can only go as high as the skill that controls them. Right?
Alright.
So let's say you're survival 2, right? That means you can only increase your stealth to 2. You cannot go to 3 until you increase survival. Ours is like cute music. Well, it's Mystery Dungeon music. It's the music that the group has been hearing most of the time. But it's okay, next time you guys are gonna be going into that mystery dungeon and I have a music prepared for it, and that's the music that you guys are gonna be hearing for most of the session, because I assume it's gonna take an entire session to do that. Especially because we are all gonna be confused about the mechanics. Yes, I say we, because even me. Too cute. No, you are cute, Aries.
Can I get the Nidoran entry
Pokédex?
fin?
Yep.
Yeah. Gen 1.
Yep, I know.
What number are you? I should know her number off the top of my head.
Yes, you should.
Number 29.
Yeah.
Or female.
There we
I'm
go.
going to spend 6 points and put a point in survival.
Okay, okay.
Spend 6 points on survival.
That's a skill, right? Or am I still
Yeah.
getting this wrong?
Yep, that's the skill.
So let's put the mattress down.
Alright, I'm not gonna get anything right now, but I will keep this all in mind.
Yep.
I'm gonna say till I have at least 10. Let's see if I can find something then.
Like, let me just have a look at something here. Ass.
Just tail whip too.
There we go. I found it. Attributes, social attributes, 19 is... Okay, so... The small things are specialties. And... 18... And the big things, you know, survival, contest and fight, those are skills.
Actually,
Okay.
not gonna buy nature. I'm actually going to buy tail whip.
Oh.
Yes. Which means I will need the let's see, normal support move. Let me search.
I would prefer if I was doing that.
Okay, I know before you asked us to search and grab it out so that you could copy. But I
Yeah,
can just let you do the whole thing.
What is it called?
Tail whip.
Yeah, so, boom. Boom. There you go. And again, if at all possible, you know, remember how much XP you guys have spent so that we know where you currently are.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, DJ, are you done with the Pokedex thingy here?
Yes, I am done with
See.
mine.
So Aris is like, have they brutally murdered any Pokemon yet? No, they're doing a pacifist run, obviously.
I just like talking. Is that so wrong?
It's okay, when you guys get into Mystery Dungeon itself, you will understand. You will understand that you have entered the rice fields.
I mean, as long as we don't straight up say we're killing them, we don't usually kill Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, it is a decision after all.
Are you trying to look for
The
Cyndaquil?
other Pokemon in the mystery dungeon, we can't really say what happens after we knock the Pokemon out.
Okay, so I wasn't here. No, that's Torchic. Oh, this is Gen 3.
What are you doing?
Far.
I didn't realize that these were by Gen.
Yeah,
That's
always been by Jen?
Gen 2.
I just remember you just handed me a Pokedex thing with the right entry on it.
Okay, so what do you need?
Gen 2. I was wanting to double check my moveset.
Okay. Birds. Is Dratini.
Oh, Striker, you should write down how much XP you've spent.
Yes, I was going to do that next.
Yeah, Cyndaquil.
Smoke screen for 10. Or 6.
Wow. Well, I'll have to save up again for either one of those because I wanted some more survival.
Pacifism is a difficult run that most eventually abandon when a decision is too tough. Are you just making a fucking Undertale reference?
I mean, I'm not doing pacifist. I just didn't feel like fighting because I'm not a fighty type.
But what will you do when you meet with a killer?
Defend me and my team.
Okay.
I'm not bloodthirsty, but that doesn't mean I'm a pacifist. Well, sweet.
But yeah, once everyone is satisfied with your levels and such, I would like you all to take your figurines and put it back on somewhere on your character sheet. That way we will be able to tell, you know, like who is done and who is not done.
Oop, I need to take my card back.
Wait, do the figurines make noise? Yeah, most of them. Except for Piplups for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one... You know, this one makes Riolu noises. This one makes Honedge. This one is... Ah, there we go. Yeah, this one makes Nidoran noises. And this one makes Cyndaquil noises. But for some reason, Piplup is not making noise. He's just quiet.
Yeah, Finn, you can put the card back, and I think.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I am not spending my points on the card.
Oh,
So-
okay.
You can put that back, and I am done with my Pokedex.
Yep, I'm also done with my Pokédex.
Okay, so I already have it in there, so I don't have to put it back in. I can just delete this. Okay. Are you guys done?
Yep.
I am.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, give me a second. Back to state 1. Back to state 1. Okay, thank you. Back to state 1. And back to state 1. Boom. 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 And boom. And this is going to go here. There we go.
Nice and clean.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Alright.
So did anyone get any moves?
Not yet.
Oh, Oreo did. He
did.
got the Tail Whip, which is a move that reduces enemy defense, which is going to be very important.
Going more of the supportive type than actual damage.
I mean, you know, that's useful. But yes, I'm now going to save the table.
I need my next level up to put some more into perform.
But yeah, so next time, no matter what, guys, you guys are gonna be going to Mystery Dungeon.
Woo!
Are you excited?
Yeah.
There's a chance you will all die.
No.
Yay.
Because,
I bought a move, I leveled up by 1. Okay.
but
I
yeah,
got the JoJo meme in my head now because of that.
Part of me thinks I probably should have gone with smoke screen instead of upping my survival, but we used survival a lot today.
I mean, to be honest, when you interact with other Pokemon, you use your charm much more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really tired if you cannot tell.
What?
It's
You
almost
tired?
6 a.m.
I'm always tired, but yeah, I'm gonna go to permissions and I will allow table flip. So anyone who wants to flip can flip.
Ah!
The Thrack is flipped.
Flippy
Alright.
floppy.
So yeah, bye bye everyone on stream, and I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves, and you will be here next week, hopefully with Pimp and everyone else as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Brave New World in less than 24 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, so bye bye.
Bye.